Live at Collectco for tonight's Facebook record sale Friday night, part 1. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. Welcome. Let me get my phones. I need both of them tonight because I might be texting some people about some records I'm going to buy. That's why I'm a few minutes late. I promise you it's well worth the 7 minutes me being late to let you know that we are here to sell records because I may be going to buy some great stuff the next 2 days. We may be going to Florida. All right, let's get it shared there. Let me get the copy link. All right, got a couple places to post this. So welcome. We're going to go ahead and start showing some records right away. I got auctions to run. I also got some flip crates, and I guess we got it all right here. They've got it lined up for me. I showed up late, and Ed and Tanner's got me taken care of. Doug's here in the back shipping. I walk in. What I've been told is it's like I'm a doctor. You know, I just show up or a surgeon, I guess. I just show up and just sell records, right, Tanner? Tanner's like, yeah, don't get the big head. You're not a surgeon, Chad. Usually, though, that's what happens. When I'm running late, I walk in. They've got the crates ready, the carts ready, the system ready, and I just walk in and I hit the button and I start selling records. All right, so I got this shared in our private group. Make sure you're a member of our private group. Now I'm on our main Facebook page, and what I do is if you ever have trouble, I keep this ad pinned at the top, advertising we buy records from last June. But then what I do is if I ever make a hot post, I go here and I copy and paste the Facebook link to where we're live. And that way, if you ever can't find our feed, but you can find the post, sometimes there's a comment there where you can find that. And then I also share that same post, or usually I make a post in the group, and then I share that link there too. So multiple places where you can find our feed. And then last but not least, we're also live on YouTube. And so I share that link, I get that copied, and then I share it to our Instagram story. So lots of places to find our feed, and hopefully I make posts so people hopefully can find it throughout the night. So there's kind of our hot picture. There's our hot picture, and then we want to share a link. And I don't know how this works. I don't know if any of y'all ever go to our story to find it, but if anything, there it is. Now, I just need our chat, and that's it. We're ready to sell records. That one went a lot faster. Some nights I can't get it rolling as fast. Okay, let's go ahead and show some new vinyl. I'm going to go ahead and go through this crate of new stuff. Let me see if this is the one I want. Is this the one I want? Yeah, let's do this one. Alrighty, let's go ahead and do this one right here. I may flip through some of these just to remind you about some things that we got in this week. I'll go through this one relatively fast. Now, it's your job. It's your job if you can... Got me took care of today. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm glad somebody did. I still got to message Regina. And tonight I'm planning on going through another tub of new collectibles, so we'll have some stuff to show tomorrow night. Craig says Facebook's already frozen. Well, that's not good. Okay. We have some new vinyl. I'll go ahead and start showing that. We have Dave Matthews Band, Under the Table and Dreaming, Dave Matthews Band. 150 gram vinyl. That came back in stock, I guess, the first of this week. Those are $42.99, or that was the restock of that. What I was going to say, now if y'all could do me a few favors and share the feed. Anytime you like the post, the main actual post, the Facebook Live, if you could just click the like button on that, that helps me. And then on YouTube, same thing. There's a thumbs up button. And then sharing on Facebook is really important. So Motley Crue, we got a restock of multiple Motley Crue albums, the newest 40th anniversary remaster. We have Theater of Pain. I think y'all are seeing last night with some originals bring. So if you don't want to throw that kind of cash at them, the 40th anniversary remasters are not bad at all. That's $33.99. So is Girls, Girls, Girls. It's $33.99. We have Too Fast for Love. The originals, the true originals of this is very expensive. as in like a grand. And then Shout at the Devil, $33.99. We do have, for the first time tonight, an OG pressing of that to auction. There's another copy of Shout at the Devil. Tumbleweed Connection, Elton John, is $31.99. Aerosmith, this is our last copy right now of Get a Grip, $48.99. Darwin wants a copy of Girls, Girls, Girls. Sell that to Darwin. I need to go ahead and just stock up on these Motley Crue albums because never can have enough. And sometimes when these go out of stock, we don't know when we're getting them. I mean, those older pressings before they did this 40th anniversary, I just didn't know, how to get it. How do we find the Facebook feed? We're under a page called Collectco. Just search that on Facebook and we should pop up. It's Collectco. That's short for Collect Company LLC. TN, actually, is our true legal name. Jimi Hendrix Experience, Los Angeles Forum. Great concert, 2LP, $44.99. Tyler Childers, Long Violin History, $26.99 for Tyler. Milk. Get a grip. Let's see here. The Clash, Give 'Em Enough Rope, $33.99 for The Clash, fully remastered. I've only got 2 copies of this. This is an Iron Maiden title that we don't get as often as we do, the other ones like Killers or Peace of Mind. $39.99 for No Prayer for the Dying. I've got 2 left. A restock of the Peter Criss. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep a copy of all these for my collection, the remasters. Not only do I love the artwork, but I'm starting to really like the music on these, especially the Ace Frehley one. That is $33.99 for Peter Criss. It looks like I've got 2 left. Allman Brothers Remaster, Live at the Fillmore East, classic album. Unbelievable how good that is. $49.99. MC5, $28.99. Everybody is telling me that is the uncensored version. And Cake. Boy, when this came out last year, it was a huge deal because up until then, originals pretty much are just impossible to buy. I think, Seth, that's a friend of mine that also works here part-time, he's still been trying to buy an original. I mean, they're just trying to find a true original that's come up for sale in the United States from a trustworthy seller. Almost impossible. So when this reissue came out, it was a pretty big deal. It's by far their biggest album, and they've got another one coming out soon. Cake is $33.99. Stacy Metternich wants MC5. And Johnny Thunders, who was the New York Dolls guitarist. This was a new release last week on red vinyl from Start Your Ear Off Right, $29.99. Stacy, you're the first sale of the night. Congratulations. That's sold to you for $28.99. Chicago Greatest Hits Picture Disc, $29.99. We need to make sure Debbie Blair has one of these on her ticket. If she doesn't, this one's hers because Debbie, you commented late on the pre-order post, and that's maybe why we didn't get one tagged for you. $29.99. Any more Live Throwing Copper? Yes, those are in one of the new bins from this week, right here. Yes, I still got Live Throwing Copper. Chris Cornell Collection, $49.99. I think y'all have seen that already. Mazzy Star is $36.99. And Rush Permanent Waves. I have some that don't have seam splits because we had a couple putbacks when people realized that they weren't 200 gram. I think all the Rush 200 gram stuff is gone. Rush Permanent Waves. I need to sticker these too. We didn't sticker them because they were pre-orders. But those are $39.99. Rush Permanent Waves. Arm Lazelle wants a copy of Live Throwing Copper. Yeah, that's back here with the new stuff from tonight. Where are you? Live? There's Live. If anybody else wants one, let me know. $36.99. All right, let's go ahead and go through a crate of new vinyl from tonight, as in new, I've never shown before, and we'll go ahead and get our first auctions. Lots of really good Japanese stuff tonight. I think y'all seen a sample. I posted 18 hot pictures of some of the best stuff, and then there's more where that came from. So here's tonight's newest new vinyl and restocks. Should I sell this Ace Frehley record? I don't know if I should or not. I'm going to go ahead and put this up for auction. And I'm going to go ahead and put this up for auction. So this is a Japanese pressing, but it's not from, our normal Japanese shipments. This actually came from the Arkansas collection. And I don't think I've ever had this before. It's Stevie Nicks' Belladonna, a Japanese press. So yeah, we've never had this before, really. Japanese press. I need to put this in an anti-static. John didn't have any in the back. So we have Stevie Nicks' Belladonna. This has got the Obi, of course. Really nice. Looks like the Obi's a little wrinkled down here at the bottom, just a little. Other than that, nice cover. I've never had a Japanese pressing of this. There's the Japanese insert. And if I have, once again, I don't recall it. And then there's the Japanese lyric insert. The vinyl is, as usual, near mint, pristine Japanese vinyl. I'll put that in an anti-static as well. This is a $35 start. Stevie Nicks Belladonna Japanese press. First auction of that. That's actually from the Arkansas purchases. That's a $35 start. And this is the record. Tyler Browning, I don't know if he's on, but the people who were interested in the Star Wars records. This one, unfortunately, let me see here. Yeah, I haven't tried to take it off, but this one looks like it got a little moisture damage. This lyric insert, this insert is actually stuck to the cover. I think it will peel off okay, but this one got a little water damaged down here at the bottom. Terribly, just unfortunate. The vinyl, though, super clean. Nothing wrong with this whatsoever. We've also cleaned it. All the vinyl we put out, we've cleaned. It either goes through a hand cleaning by John, who is very good at cleaning records. He's probably cleaned 10 million in his lifetime now, especially working here. And the other disc is okay as well. I'm going to go ahead and just get this started for $5. It is the original Star Wars, and that's, at the time, just known as Star Wars. Now we know it as Episode 4, A New Hope. That is the original 77 soundtrack. This will peel off fine. It's just, you might want to work with it. But yeah, it does have a little bit of damage to it. $5 start on that. $5 start on that. $5 on Star Wars soundtrack. Stevie Nicks, Michael Nath is at $35. Brent Hall's at $38. New vinyl for tonight. I went ahead and ordered another copy of Nirvana Nevermind because we're getting low stock. I need to go ahead and order about 20 of them before I can't get them anymore. Nirvana Nevermind is $39.99. That's not a Palace pressing, but it's a really good sounding remaster. Not a Palace pressing, though. Nirvana Unplugged, $36.99. Single LP. I say single LP because there was a 2 LP that was out for a while. That was an anniversary pressing. Those are done. So now just as a single LP, $36.99, Nirvana Unplugged. Huge album. Oasis, definitely maybe. I need to back order all the Oasis stuff again. During Christmas, we sold out of it. I had like 5 copies of Morning Glory. We don't have them anymore. Definitely maybe is $38.99. A Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders. I didn't realize we were sold out of all their stuff. This is $28.99, A Tribe Called Quest. I've got some single shots of stuff in here that I could definitely get more of. So here's how this works. If we happen to have 5 people who want this, I've only got 1. This is Friday. So if anybody else is second or third, it will be on the next week's invoice. So if you get on a waiting list, you won't be billed for it on Monday because there's no way we can have them by tomorrow. It's Saturday. UPS doesn't ship. But if you're ever on a waiting list on a Thursday or Friday, then it probably won't be on your invoice until the next week. So it'll be like a week from Monday before you're billed for it. Heart, Dreamboat Annie. This is a 40th anniversary edition, by the way. Or 45th. I forgot. There's no hype sticker, but when I clicked on it, that's what the blurb said. And I've sold a lot of those lately. Dreamboat Annie, $29.99. Kind of hard to keep OGs of that in stock. I mean, we get them, they're gone. Halloween Ends. This is the newest Halloween movie soundtrack. Pumpkin Orange Vinyl, $29.99. Gatefold, Halloween Ends, composed by John Carpenter, of course. $29.99 on that. Slayer, Rain in Blood, $36.99. Slayer, Rain in Blood, $36.99. That's the newest remaster. And Outcast, oh no. Did we agree it's called AT Aliens? AT Aliens, Outcast, 36. I hadn't had that title in a while. I struggle with that one. Okay, where are we at on Stevie Nicks? I've got Stevie Nicks. Paul Brothers is at $50. This is a Japanese pressing from the Arkansas collection. Near mint, pristine vinyl, of course. Lyric insert, Japanese insert. Cover's nice with Obi. High bid on that is $50, going once, going twice. Star Wars is at $20. The vinyl is fine, no problems. It's EX Plus. The bottom of the cover does have some water damage along with this insert right here. He had a few records get wet on them unexpectedly, and they didn't get bad, though. Just a little bit of damp. Just enough, though, to get this insert stuck to the cover. But still, I mean, these highly sought after right now. High bid on that is $20 with Jeff McIntosh. So $20 on that, $50 on that, final call. And Michael Nath wants Dreamboat Annie. Good decision. This whole entire first side is magical. It starts with Magic Man, then Dreamboat Annie, Crazy on You, and then this Soul of the Sea and Dreamboat Annie. It's kind of like a melody almost. Unbelievable. We don't talk about how good this is enough. Heart Dreamboat Annie, $29.99. Magic Man is an amazing song. The guitar work, the drumming, the keyboards. Sherry Darnell wants Nirvana Nevermind. That's so does Sherry. We got Michael got Dreamboat Annie. If anybody wants on that Dreamboat Annie waiting list, I got a restock of Olay Coltrane. Finally, this one's not damaged. $29.99. This is the newest Rhino exclusive. What color did they do this on? Crystal clear vinyl. Coltrane, Olay Coltrane, $29.99. And Judas Priest. I actually can get these. I only got one because I think that's all they sent me, but this is the Record Store Day, first time embossed edition on red and blue vinyl, Judas Priest, and this one's called Hero. Yep, $49.99. Michael Nath wants the Coltrane. Judas Priest is $49.99. Dakota Wilkie wants on the Heart waiting list. Dakota on the Heart waiting list. And Korn, Follow the Leader. Korn, Follow the Leader, $36.99. All right, let's go ahead and sell our first two auctions as well. Stevie Nicks is sold for $50 to Paul Brothers. And Star Wars is sold for $20 to Jeff McIntosh. Those are sold and sold. Let me grab our next auctions. Okay, this was a putback from the other night. We've already sold this once. This was the night we had a lot of metal stuff. We had a George Somers collection consigned to us, or some of his duplicates, which y'all remember that. Really incredible stuff. Then right after that, we picked up about 30 metal records that we sold. That's where we had the other Cinderella. We had a lot more Motley Crue. This record was sold and then I think put back, best of my memory. But this was a super clean US OG of Cinderella Night Songs. It is near mint minus. It does have a clip corner, a little bit of a crease right here. Other than that, the cover's nice. VG Plus cover, near mint minus vinyl. And we needed I'm pretty sure last time, it brought more than this, but I started it at $45 the last time. That's a nice near mint minus on the vinyl. VG Plus cover, Cinderella Night Songs. That's a $45 start. Chris Crowley wants the Judas Priest. That's sold to Chris Crowley. Next, we got the Black Crowes, Southern Harmony and Musical Companion. $48.99 for that. $48.99 for that. That's the Black Crowes, Southern Harmony and Musical Companion. This has grown on me over the last few years. I really wasn't into the Black Crowes that often until Doug started working here. And I think I've thanked him multiple times. Black Crowes is $48.99. And we got a restock of Genesis We Can't Dance, $42.99. $42.99. Do I have any new copies of that Cinderella? I will check. I don't think we do right now. We had Night Songs the other night, but we didn't have that one. All right, let's go ahead and get another Japanese pressing rolling. I'll do some of the stuff we featured on Facebook in just a minute. I'll go ahead and show y'all some of the stuff that you may have not been expecting. All right, so this is 10cc's Greatest Hits. 10cc's Greatest Hits, Japanese pressing, super nice. Super nice. And this is near mint pristine Japanese vinyl. Very, very nice. Some of these just look unplayed. It's just amazing how well. We had somebody comment earlier on our Facebook post, and a lot of people think these are new, and I was like, no, these are not new. This is from 1978. It's just remarkable the condition they're in. These are not new. They are new Japanese pressings, but these are incredible, incredible condition on these. 10cc's Greatest Hits. This is going to be a $35 start. We get that occasionally on a US version, but not too often. $35 start on that. I'm looking for a $45 start on Cinderella. And then here is the only Cinderella new LP we have in stock, Long Cold Winter. That's the only one we have in stock. It's $39.99. Cameron Nance wants Tribe Called Quest. I see some people commenting on YouTube that's normally on Facebook, and I think that's because they may have some connection problems over there. It looks like our internet's good, so I don't know if it's a Facebook problem tonight. Let me know if y'all are having trouble on Facebook. Pearl Jam live on 2 legs. I hope you're paying attention because this is another Record Store Day title. We were able to get in $39.99. I think here's what happens on this Record Store Day stuff. We have a distributor who has a lot of stock, and I think what they do is they eventually let people who's not on Record Store Day get some of the stuff. They call them Record Store Day classics, and I think that's a loophole. It's stuff that they keep in print, and then they let everybody have it. So this is Pearl Jam live on 2 legs. This was a hot Record Store Day title when this came out. When was this out? It was this year or this past year, fall, I think. I had an OG of this one time. An original of this is super expensive. I had an original copy one time from Kevin's collection. Y'all may have remembered that. $39.99. That's Pearl Jam live on 2 legs. I only were able to get 3 of them, I think. Yeah, I've only got 3 of them. Okay, so we have 2 bidders on 10cc. Jerry Stone was in first at 35. Joe Valentine, you were second. I'm looking for a $45 start on Cinderella. $45 start on Cinderella. Okay, then Pearl Jams are sold to Cameron Nance. Joe Valentine's at 37 on 10cc. Scott Smith wants a Pearl Jam, and Paul Brothers on a Pearl Jam. That's Cameron Nance, Scott Smith, and Paul Brothers. Can I get more of these? I hope so. So we'll take a waiting list. If anybody wants on that waiting list, let me know. You sold me that one too. Yeah, Paul Bill got the original. Paul, how much was that one? Was it more than 300? More than 200? I can't remember, but I know the OG of this wasn't cheap. So I was glad to be able to get a few of those. I hope I can get more. Those are $39.99. Those go to Cameron, Scott, and Paul. Eric Beck, let me know if you want on that waiting list, and Club Stone and Gwen Carley. Anybody else? That's a waiting list you probably want to get on. 400. I knew it wasn't cheap. We sold some amazing records last night. My phone has ran out of memory. I was filming that YouTube video last night, and I actually filmed it the first time, and it didn't save. And I was like, what the heck, And so I had to shoot it again, and then I realized I filmed about 60 seconds. My phone is full. I've got 87,000 photos on my phone. Only about half of them are uploaded to the iCloud. I've got to go through, and some of the amazing records we sold last year, I've got to go through and make some kind of video. We had some grails last year. Incredible stuff. I can't even start to name it. If you're new to our channel, I hope I can at least get a portion of some of those again this year, and that's my goal. But we had some amazing records. A lot of people watching right now probably have them in their collection. Unbelievable. So, Club Stone, can you let us know your name again? Your real name, Club Stone. Dakota's at 45 on Cinderella, 38 on 10cc. Gwen wants on the Pearl Jam waiting list. So does Eric Beck. Joe's at 40 on 10cc, and Sherry Darnell also wants on that waiting list. Okay, Tame Impala, $44.99. This is something that we auctioned the other night. We had a copy, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of interest in Tame Impala. I looked it up. It was still in print. Of course, I think I put it up for like a $10 start, and this is about what it brought. But this is a new sealed copy, $44.99, Tame Impala Lonerism. Those are $44.99 if anybody wants one of those. I've got 2 available. I'm hoping the people bidding know we got that. AC/DC restock of Highway to Hell, $31.99. There's a lot of stuff on our distributor's top selling list that I don't order because some of it I know who it is. I may have never even listened to it, but I've heard of them before, but I just didn't figure, there's a lot of stuff like newer artists, maybe like John Legend that's on those top sellers, or like Miley Cyrus. I think our audience here isn't really a buyer for that, but there's some stuff like this I guess I need to buy just to see if y'all are interested in it, because this has been in the top 25 on their best sellers, one of our distributors, for like a year now, or at least 6 months. So this is $44.99. $44.99. We've got Michael Massey with one and Preston Rogers with one. Brent Rabel, if you're okay with a waiting list, there's a lot of these in stock. I can get as many as anybody wants for next week's invoice. These go to Michael Massey and Preston Rogers. So that's Brent Rabel, and I'll check on that, Joe Valentine. We'll check on the title, Currents, Tame Impala. Craig Sweden also on that waiting list. Or no, he just says Tame Impala is great. Never mind. Hey, that was the comment before. That was a correction. Okay, let's wrap up these auctions. We have a $45 bid. This was an auction put back from last week. Cinderella Night Songs. Dakota has this for $45. It is a USOG near mint vinyl VG Plus cover. That's going twice, going 3 times. And then high bid on 10cc. High bid on 10cc is Joe Valentine at $40. Mr. Stone, let me know if you're in or out. Ball is in your court. Stephanie Harder wants Highway to Hell. AC/DC, that's sold to Stephanie. If anybody else wants one of those, they're $31.99. I don't think I have any more, though. And Tom Petty, Full Moon Fever. Did you pull one for Eric Beck or Eric Self? Okay, so Tom Petty, Full Moon Fever, $36.99. Classic album. Free Falling, I Won't Back Down, Running Down a Dream. Also, it sounds amazing. Tom Petty on vinyl. He's just one of those artists. I've actually got a couple of them. I haven't had this in a while. AC/DC's first album, which is High Voltage, $31.99. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. And Janis Joplin's Greatest Hits is $28.99. Me and Bobby McGee, Down on Me, Peace of Mind, Summertime. Where's that one, Down on Me? Is it on here? Yeah, that's a great song. It's a live cut, and it just like, bam, the guitar comes in and she starts singing. Unbelievable. $28.99. Okay, Michael Nath wants a Joplin if not already on my invoice. I don't think so, but I will check. Michael Nath on Janis Joplin. Cameron Nance wants High Voltage. Jerry is out on 10cc, so we're going to sell Jerry. We're going to sell Joe Valentine. We're going to sell Joe Valentine 10cc for $40, and Cinderella is sold to Dakota for $45. Dakota, I think this that was put back at auction is sold for like $66, and that's why we don't like auctions being put back. Usually they're cursed after we have to resell them. So you got a good deal on that at $45. Stephanie Harder, I will put you on the AC/DC wait list for High Voltage. Okay, so this is only our first new crate of the night. So if you're just hopping on, you haven't missed much. Let me start our new auctions. I've got more stuff from the Arkansas collections, and I've got more new Japanese stuff that we have never put up for sale before. And if I could have my laptop, I need to print out an invoice for some of this and my notes I made on some of these. Okay, you know, like I said, when we're buying collections that have represses in them, when we're going through them, sometimes you have to look. This one is a prime example. This was so nice. I was like, man, you know, and when you're looking at records, you got to check to see if they're 180 gram. Thank you, Ed. I think that's mine. I don't know if it. No, not that one. Yeah, it's usually the one with the leather pouch. Okay, that's that one. Yes, thank you. But yes, this is a super clean copy of Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil. The cover on these are usually beat. I promise you, we have 3 copies of this right now in the back that are VG minus. We can't even really. I'll probably eventually put them out for sale because they're playable if you have a lower end record player or turntable. That's why when I looked at this, I was like, this has got to be 180 gram. It wasn't. This is an original copy, Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil. I really haven't advertised that we're going to have this tonight. There's a little weird mark right here. See that? We call that an imperfection in the vinyl. When that plays over that, you can't hear it, nor does it make a noise. I've got it hit right there in the light. It's called I call it a vinyl impurity. It's something that got there when it got pressed. It doesn't affect playback though. Has the original lyric insert or inner sleeve. Nice gatefold pressing. And Stacy's right. The cover on these are usually beat the heck. Now this one has a barcode on the back. I'm not really for sure if it's a repress or an OG, but I think they all have a barcode. Correct me if I'm wrong, Motley Crue faithfuls, but I don't really recall. I just know it's super nice, especially for this cover. We need a $70 start for it. Motley Crue, Shout at the Devil. I don't get them in that kind of condition very often. And Styx, Paradise Theater. If I do, I've got to drive 1,000 miles round trip. We drove, I'd say we went, I did the math. Yeah, was it 1,000? I guess 1,000 miles round trip, or was it 1,000 miles one way? No, it wasn't 1,000 miles one way. It was 1,000 miles round trip for Arkansas. I think it was 564 miles to my furthest destination. So that trip I made Sunday, 1,000 miles to go get all these. I tell you, it's hard to get them. Styx Paradise Theater. This is a Japanese pressing, and look, just like the U.S. versions, they are etched. Very, very, very nice. Sticks, Paradise Theater. That has the etch backing. That has the etch backing. Beautiful cover. Also has a hop sticker on it. Has the Japanese insert with it. This is going to be a $40 start. How's your leg today? I'm good now. Well, I don't have usually I have an anti-fatigue mat down here. It's where I have to stand kind of sideways, and I put on my weight on my right leg for about 5 hours, and then it goes numb. Paradise Theater is a $40 start from Sticks. Sticks, Paradise Theater, $40 start on that. All right. We'll start Motley Crue. I usually like numbers that end in, I don't know if I ever do a $70. We'll do that for a $65 start. $65 start. Motley Crue, Shout the Devil. Thank you, Ed. Ed has brought over my anti-fatigue mat. There we go. Okay, 65 on Motley Crue, 40 on Sticks. Nirvana Unplugged, $36.99. This is our new vinyl, crate number 1 for tonight. Oasis, Definitely Maybe, $38.99. The newest Halloween movie, Halloween Ends. That's on orange vinyl, $29.99. Slayer is $36.99. Outkast, AT Aliens, $36.99. Korn, Follow the Leader, $36.99. The Black Crowes was $48.99. Genesis, We Can't Dance, $42.99. And then Tom Petty, Full Moon Fever. You need that. That is $36.99. Tom Petty, Full Moon Fever. Those are all up for your consideration. All right, let me pull up this. I'm going to grab our first crate of new vintage stuff tonight. Is that crate of check condition stuff up here as well that we didn't go through last night? Do you know? Is it the one with the... yeah, there's a crate. We missed an entire crate last night, everybody, of check condition stuff, and it had some really good titles. Because I knew after the sale, I was like, wait a minute, we're missing something. So... all right. Okay, back to the comments. I need a hammock. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I wish I could sit down and do this, but you know, I get into the mood of I can get focused better standing. I feel like I'm actually working. First Presses of Shout the Devil does have a barcode. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's what this is. The guy I bought it from, he says he thinks he bought it new. I told y'all the first. One of the first records he said he got was Whitesnake, which came out after this. But he said he bought this when it came out. And so I was like, well, I don't know if that really makes it a first press, but I think it is. And maybe he was just wrong, or maybe not thinking clearly, right? The matrix is ET or STE 6289-B1. And I bet that means this side is... this is A3. I'm pretty sure this is first, but... okay, so yeah, that's a nice copy, especially for the jacket. Very, very nice. Okay, Sticks was a $40 start. Matthew bid $66.60 on Motley Crue. Joe Valentine wants a Tom Petty. Just getting caught back up in the comments. Joe Valentine wants a Tom Petty. Brandon also bid $65 on Motley Crue. Brent bid $65. Motley Crue $70. Motley Crue $68. Looking for a $40 start on Sticks Paradise Theater. It is etched. Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic. This is a VG Plus, $24.99. Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic. VG Plus, $24.99 on that. Excuse me while I take off my hoodie for a second. I'm already getting warm. Greg Brummett. Greg Brummett wants Toys in the Attic. Tanner, this is $24.99 to Greg Brummett. Brandon Sanders is at $72 on Motley Crue. We have Stevie Ray Vaughan, Texas Flood, Gold Stamp promo, VG Plus $44.99. VG Plus $44.99. That's Stevie Ray Vaughan. That is Texas Flood, VG Plus $44.99. $39.99. And yeah, Aerosmith was $24. Supertramp is a VG copy, $9.99. VG copy of Breakfast in America. So our first bin of new vintage stuff is check condition. I'll be telling you the grade and the price VG Plus is still not a bad record. It's going to have a little bit of noise, maybe a little bit of a pop here and there. Sometimes we grade stuff VG Plus. I've listened to it, and it sounds far better than VG Plus. And I've listened to some stuff, and it has more noise than I expected. That's why we consider it check condition. Just buyer beware. They're not pristine, but we promise you it won't be a terrible record at all. Michael Nath gets Stevie Ray Vaughan. Calvin Ward, you were second. Brent Hall was first to Supertramp. Dr. Zebo was second. Update on our 2 auctions. I'm about to end Sticks. If no one wants to bid, final call, and then we'll get that rolling. How much for VG minus Motley Crue? Andrew, if I went back there to try to even find it, it would take me a day and a half. I have no idea. We have tubs full of really good records that's in really bad condition, and we don't really put those out for sale too often. If we do, I do it at night, and I'm like, we're going to do them all $1 starts, buyer beware. But I'll let you know if we ever sell one. We don't like selling damaged records because sometimes it just leads to miscommunication or etc. So, okay, so this is a nice Motley Crue Shout at the Devil, Near Mint minus vinyl, really clean cover, and this is at $72 with Brandon Sanders. Judas Priest, Point of Entry, VG Plus, $24.99. Judas Priest, Point of Entry, VG Plus, $24.99. Journey Escape is a VG Plus, $14.99. Some great titles in our check condition bin usually. They're just a little bit lesser grade. This is the Now Sound, VG Plus, $9.99. The Now Sound, featuring artists such as The Byrds and the Buckinghams and Percy Faith and Simon & Garfunkel and Paul Revere. That's a VG Plus, $9.99. Victor Boynton wants Judas Priest. The Sting soundtrack, VG Plus, $14.99. On the Sting soundtrack, this is a VG Plus, $14.99. I think I saw that box behind the counter earlier. You doing all right? Okay, yeah, he'll be in here buying coins. Yeah. Tell him he can tune in and buy records right now. Yeah, we won't Joe Cocker is a VG copy for $9.99. That's a gold stamp promo. And Dakota was first on Journey. Escape, that's a VG Plus, $14.99 to sold to Dakota. And 15-second warning on Motley Crue. And Sticks is a $40 buy it now, if anybody wants that. I guess I could have ended that a long time ago. Just a lot too much going on right now. So, Sticks Paradise Theater, that's a $40 buy it now if anybody wants that. First come, first serve. And whoever offered $30, the way we do our Japanese auctions is if they don't get a bid, we make them a buy it now, and 9 times out of 10, somebody buys it for the opening bid that it didn't get a bid for. So that's how that works. And then later on, if we want to negotiate on the price, we will. Brent Rabley's in on Motley Crue at 75. So is Calvin Ward at 73. Susie says I have the wrong mic on. Is my mic okay? Test 1, 2. Let me know if my mic sounds okay. And then Joe Sloop on the Joe Cocker. Joe got Joe. Emerson, Lake and Powell. This is a VG Plus, $14.99. Gold stamp promo. And Aerosmith Rocks is a VG copy, $12.99. VG copy for Aerosmith Rocks. Sounds really raspy. We may change out mics then. I think we may have the bad one. Chris Gleason gets the Emerson, Lake and Powell. Some people says it's fine. The Moody Blues Octave is a VG Plus, $9.99. So the newest bid on Motley Crue was at $75 to Brent Rabley, and that was going once, going twice. Brandon Sanders, let me know if you're in or out. And then the other bidder was Calvin Ward. And then Sticks was a $40 buy it now. Days of Future Past is a VG copy, $9.99. VG copy of that. Paul Brothers wants the Sticks. Have a good one. Yep. Sticks is $40. Buy it now. That's sold to Paul Brothers. And Brandon Sanders is at 76 on Motley Crue. Let me change these out. We need to make a mark on that one and either send it back or see if it has a warranty, because I think there's something wrong with it. Test 1, 2. Okay. Still bidding on Motley Crue. I changed out mics. It may be some kind of connection problem with Facebook, but we'll see now that I've changed. Let's go ahead and put up another Japanese pressing since that one just sold. Lots of people was after the Japanese White Snake, it looks like. Also, we had somebody hop on interested in some Kiss that they wanted me to run. Let me know if you're still on, and I will run those. Man, I listened to this last night, and it sounds phenomenal. I wish I could listen to every record that we sell. We would have a total of 10 records every night, because that would be, what, 400 minutes on average of listening time. I wanted to listen to this because it's such a great rock album. White Snake, I call it, it's self-titled, but the White Snake before this had another self-titled album. This one I call White Snake 86 because it's their 1986, 87, I guess, or White Snake 87. This is a pristine copy. And of course, that side one is loaded with hits. Let's see, Crying in the Rain, Bad Boys, and of course, Still of the Night, and Here I Go Again. That is a $55 start. That's White Snake 87, $55 start. Near mint vinyl with Obi, has the Japanese insert, and this right here. We might want to make sure the door's locked. Of course, I knew we was expecting Stephanie, but there's also people walking up to the door. That is a $55 start. White Snake 87 or 55. Did I say 55? I think so. That's an amazing sounding record. Okay, let me do something right over here right quick. Give me 1 second, everybody. I'm still here. I need to print this. I'm getting there. There we go. Okay, Ed, whenever that comes out, if you don't mind, hand that to me. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Motley Crue 77, Motley Crue 78, White Snake 55. What was the condition? Days of Future Past. Days of Future Past was a VG copy for $9.99. Michael Nath, VG copy. White Snake 55, White Snake 57, White Snake 55, Motley Crue 79, 55 on White Snake 58, 60, 60, 70, and now 75. Ohio Players, Fire. Ohio Players is a VG copy, $9.99. Thank you. Michael Nath said sold on Days of Future Past. White Snake is at $75, and Motley Crue is at $79 with Brandon Sanders. Paul Brothers, $40. Alan Parsons is a VG Plus, $14.99. Alan Parsons Project Eve, VG Plus, $14.99. Doctors Ebo, first of the Ohio Players. Ryan Anderson, you were second. We have Alcatraz, No Parole from Rock and Roll. Alcatraz, VG Plus, $29.99. Alcatraz, VG Plus, $29.99. Steve Winwood is a VG copy, $9.99. Steve Winwood, name of the album is Winwood. Joe Satriani, Surfing with the Alien, VG Plus, $19.99. VG Plus on the vinyl, awesome cover, $19.99, Joe Satriani. And Leonard Nimoy, The Way I Feel. This is a VG copy, $14.99. Leonard Nimoy, The Way I Feel. That's a VG, $14.99. And another Leonard Nimoy, a.k.a. Spock, The Touch Of, VG Plus, $14.99. Mike Vandergist, first on the Steve Winwood. Brent Hall on the Joe Satriani. Update on our auctions. Motley Crue is at a 30-second warning, and that's because we have Brandon Sanders at $79, and I haven't seen another bid. Brandon Sanders is at $79. That's going twice, going 3 times. And White Snake, Peter Policino is at $75 on the White Snake self-titled album. It is perfect. I have listened to that one. It's great. $75. Final call on both of those. Craig got Joe. Mike got Steve Winwood. And Brent Hall, you were second. Aaron, it's already sold. Dio, Holy Diver. Very nice. This is a VG copy. This is a VG copy. $29.99. It's got some marks on it. It's okay, though. These have gotten kind of pricey as an OG in near mint condition. This is $29.99. Dio, Holy Diver, VG copy. It is an OG. Jeff Beck, Wired, EX, $17.99 for Jeff Beck Wired. Jeff Beck Wired. And this is Little River Band. It's a Long Way There. Greatest hits. Never have seen this before. It appears to be a UK import. Little River Band. That's EX, $12.99. And Queen, The Game. VG Plus $24.99 on Queen the Game. VG Plus $24.99. All right, White Snake is sold to Peter Policino for $75, and Brandon Sanders gets the Motley Crue Shout at the Devil. That is sold to Brandon Sanders for $79. Those are sold and sold. Kelly Cook was first to the Jeff Beck. Kelly Cook first to Jeff Beck. Mike Vander gets second, and Dave Polick first on Little River Band. Randy Scarborough was second. Victor was third. Queen, just a VG Plus, and only $24.99. All right, next auction. I told y'all we'd go ahead and do the other Rush records. Man, this is the 200-gram version of Rush Hemispheres, which is now out of print. We're also about to do a Japanese Kiss. So everybody buckle up. Kiss and Rush at the same time. Wow, I know. That's like, I told John, who's pretty much, he manages pricing all of our vintage or any kind of collections we get in. John pretty much does all of our pricing. I said, John, anytime anything with the word Rush or Kiss comes across the table, just go ahead and set it aside. I'll clean it, and we might as well just, I'll ultrasonically clean it. We might as well just go ahead and it's already, won't have any problem selling it in any condition. Yeah, Rush toured together on when Rush was just starting out. Could you imagine going to that show? Oh my gosh, if I had a time machine. Rush Hemispheres. This is the 200-gram. The 200-gram version. It is mint. Of course, they ship these in anti-statics. It's got the poster insert that came with the original and with this 200-gram reissue. This is near mint. It's been well taken care of. The guy I bought these from bought these new, and this is a $65 start. So, like I said last night, the 200-gram Rush, from what I understand, anything they've been repressing lately has been 180-gram. The last 200-gram record we had was the Show of Hands Live, which I still got a few in stock. I can't believe y'all hadn't bought those out or sold those out yet. But that's an unbelievable pressing. I've listened to all these. They sound like audiophile pressings. That is a $65 start. Next, Japanese auction. Let's go ahead and run. I think there were some people highly interested in this right here. Let me find a few things here. Alrighty, let's see what we got in here. We have Kiss Alive. Wow. Alrighty, 2 LP. It's as you can expect. It's a beautiful Japanese pressing. The Japanese people really care for their media. It's shown here. Any kind of media they own, or well, of course, they're also known for their really good audio equipment. Everything's just so well taken care of. 2 LP. You know how the vinyl's going to look. It's near mint, pristine. Let's take a look at the cover. Nice. Shows very little signs of wear overall. Just a little bit. Shelf wear along the tops and bottoms. Other than that, no major creases, anything like that. Normal standard jacket. This does come with the booklet. And it also comes with the Japanese insert. And I think that's the only thing that came with this. The Kiss book and the Kiss Japanese pressing. If anything else came with this particular pressing, I'm not aware of it. There's the Obi S-Jet 956970. This is going to be a $65 start. Kiss Alive Japanese pressing. Obi and complete. $65 start on that. Rush is at $65. Also, I thought I saw somebody claim Dio. They did. Dustin Chandler. And Dio Tanner was $29.99. Dustin Chandler on Dio. Next, we had Rush 65, Rush 80, Rush 85, and Dave is at 65 on Kiss. Holy Diver, Dustin had claimed that just a moment ago, and I forgot to pull it. REO Speedwagon, High Infidelity is a VG Plus $14.99. Cheap Trick, Dream Police, that's a VG Plus $14.99. And Journey Infinity, VG copy, $9.99 for Journey Infinity. Feeling That Way, I love that song. VG copy, $9.99. Sunshine Rock, Louis Belson and the Explosion Orchestra on the Pablo label. This is a VG Plus $14.99. The Eagles, Hotel California, VG copy $14.99. And Pat Benatar, In the Heart of the Night. Excuse me, In the Heat of the Night. Pat Benatar, In the Heat of the Night. That's a VG Plus, $9.99. High bid on Rush, Hemispheres. Ron Phillips has that for $80. That's a mint 200-gram remaster. Going once, going twice. Dave is at $65 on Kiss. Going once, going twice. Hopefully y'all can see the auctions I've got back here. Rush and Kiss is up for auction. Next claim, Michael Nath wants the the Dream Police Cheap Trick. That's sold to Michael Nath. Dr. Zebo on Journey Infinity. Brent Hall was second. Ivan was third. Jared Koski on Hotel California. Darwin wants the REO Speedwagon. That's sold to Darwin. William on PB. That's Pat Benatar. And Wade Lucas is at 66 on Kiss. So new bidder on Kiss. No new bids yet on Rush. It's about to be sold for $85. Here's what's left. I guess in our first vintage bin of the night. Yeah, this is just our first vintage bin of the night. The Now Sounds compilation from Columbia, VG Plus, $9.99, some 60s groups. The Sting soundtrack is a VG Plus, $14.99. Aerosmith Rocks is a VG copy, $12.99. The Moody Blues Octave, VG Plus, $19.99. Alan Parsons Project Eve, VG Plus, $14.99. Alcatraz is a VG Plus, $29.99. Leonard, we got two Leonard Nimoy, The Touch Of, and The Way I Feel, Leonard Nimoy bundle. I really didn't want to discount anything right now. Let's see, 18 and 12. I'll do $2 off and $2 off, which is approximately 10%. That'd be 18, 12, 20, 30. $30 for both of these if you want them. That's 10% off new arrivals, which is what I rarely do. If I do, it is usually around that. The Queen is still available, $24.99, VG Plus. Play the Game, another one bites the dust. Need Your Love in the Night, Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Great album. I've probably listened to that one more than any others. And then Louis Belson is a VG Plus, $14.99. Does Alcatraz show the lineup? Let's see here. Freddie, let's see, the Alcatraz. We've got, if I could read you off the names, I will. Let's see, Graham Bonnet, Yngwie Malmsteen. Wow. Forgot he was in them, in Alcatraz. Maybe Jan Uvina and Jimmy Waldo. So yeah, Yngwie's on guitars. I think that's him. Okay, and then next we had Kiss 66, Kiss 67, Kiss 69, Kiss 70. Both of the Leonard Nimoy Spock records to Wolf's Council for $30. Mike Vandergits wants the Bellison. And let's go ahead and sell Kiss, or excuse me, let's go ahead and sell Rush to Ron Phillips. You got a great sounding record there. It's got my stamp of approval. $85 on that. And Kiss is now at 70. Wade Lucas is out. If anybody wants anything that's left in there, let me know. Alcatraz was a VG Plus, $29.99. I think there's one more crate of new vinyl right there behind you, Ed. Let me grab that. Our second crate of new vinyl for tonight. All of our newest new vinyl. I think there's some good titles in here. It looks like it. I can tell by the tops of them. And then what we'll do at some point, we'll go back through all of our other stuff. Final call on Kiss is $70. I'm going to go ahead and grab our next two auctions. Kiss, final call on that. And let's do this other Motley Crue once again. Some of these I look at and I was like, man, this is so nice. Is this a 180-gram reissue? And then I check it and I'm like, no, this is OG. This is Motley Crue, Girls. Yeah, I was making sure. I think this one, this one has a couple stray marks on it. I'm going to have to call this one EX. Side 1 here is pretty clean. Side 2 looks like it has a couple needle drops. They're definitely non-feelers. So this isn't a perfect copy, but it's pretty nice for an original Girls. I've seen a lot of these trashed as well. This is an album that was played a lot. So the vinyl I'm going to call EX. It's bordering with VG Plus, but it's EX, and it may be as much as EX Plus. It's pretty nice. No feelers. And then a pretty solid cover, VG Plus on that. We'll get this one started for $55. Motley Crue, Girls, 55 on that. All right, Kiss is sold to Dave for $70. Motley Crue is now up for bid. I'll go ahead and grab our next Japanese pressing, which I've got two here. I'll do those in just a second. What else do we got here? Let's do one of the Bob Marleys. Let's do one of the Bob Marleys. So 55 on that Motley Crue. Bob Marley live. Now the obies on these are kind of like an insert. So the obie has a flip over here like this. So it does have the obie. It is complete. And so yeah, that's how those look. The insert and the obie is like a together is what I'm trying to say. So nice cover with obie. Another artist. I wish we had his stuff all the time, but we just don't. Bob Marley and the Wailers, and as you can expect, near mint, pristine vinyl on that. That's going to be a $45 start. Bob Marley and the Wailers live with obie, $45 start on that. $55 start on Motley Crue. New vinyl selections for the night. I got another Electric Ladyland box set in. These are $129.99, a great price for the amount of stuff that's in here. This is a 6 LP set with a Blu-ray disc and 48-page book, $129.99. This is Jimi Hendrix, the Electric Ladyland Deluxe Edition. All analog mastering, 5.1 surround sound, includes previously unreleased home demo and studio recordings, never before released Hollywood Bowl performance, 48-page book, the making of Electric Ladyland, and it's pressed at QRP, one of the best places in America to have a record pressed. They do all the Jimi Hendrix stuff. That's $129.99 for the Electric Ladyland box set. Dio Magica. There's been some interest in Dio. I haven't had this one in a long time. 2 LP Magica is $39.99. Dio Magica. I only have 2 of them right there in front of me. Brandon's first on Motley Crue at 55. Tom Dearlove's at 45 on Bob Marley. Brent, you were second at 45. What is GGG? I don't know what GGG is either. Maybe you can let me know, and I'll let you know. We've got Alcatraz sold to Freddie Milford. Thank you for that. And Bob Riger wants Dio Magica. If anybody else, those are $39.99. The next title's a Dio record. Actually, the next 3 are Dio. So let me skip those, and I will show Silverchair, Neon Ballroom, $49.99 for Silverchair, Neon Ballroom, $49.99 for Silverchair. Also got a restock of Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time. Those are $36.99, single LP remaster. They've got, this is probably my favorite, besides Power Slave, probably my favorite Iron Maiden artwork there. I like that one right there, $36.99. $36.99 for Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time. Motley Crue, final call at $55. And Brent, let me know if you want to bid on Bob Marley. If not, I'm going to sell that to Tom Dearlove for $45. Dio, what do we got here? Another. So these have all been claimed, or we filled everybody's pre-order. This is what I have left of the Silverchair Lives, $39.99. Silverchair at the Cabaret Metro, limited to 3,000. This is a record store day. This is a record store day UK, not released in the United States is what everybody's telling me. $39.99, Silverchair Live, featuring Tomorrow, Pure Massacre, Israel's Son. Those are $39.99. $39.99 for Silverchair Live. All right, I'll show those other Dio titles in just a second. Are we live? I don't see any comments coming in. I was waiting for, maybe everybody's just quiet, Tanner. I don't know. I'm like waiting for somebody to say something, Brent, or another bid, or somebody to say out, or to claim something, or to ask a question. Maybe I need to show better records or something. Wasp, self-titled. These are $33.99. Wasp, self-titled, $33.99. This is on colored vinyl. $33.99. Can somebody give me something out there? Still don't see anything. You know, give me a thumbs up or a hello or hey chat or something. I mean, I don't know if we're even on the internet right now. We may just be out in space floating around. Still nothing. The Misfits. This is the Collection Volume 2. $28.99. Yeah, something has to be down by now because, like, I don't see anything. But it still says we're live and we have a great internet connection. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, I see it right here. Restream. There's there's no connection. Like I don't. Yeah. Let's see here. Dashboard. See, they're toggled on now, but I just looked down here at the bottom and there wasn't anything going on. Okay. I'm still showing like, it says 0/0. See right here, this usually says 2 of 2 when both feeds are connected. So Doug, we're in limbo right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. Everybody, they're all here and watching. We just can't. I guess if I go over here to Facebook, I can see them, or YouTube if I actually pull up the feeds. But yeah, see, everybody's commenting. I just can't see it on my main chat.
Hey, everybody.
Which we have to have. What's that?
Yeah, we got tracking. On Monday.
Okay.
My son's birthday.
Okay, I understand. Thank you. I'll let them know.
Thanks, Doug.
Let's see. I don't know what to do. I guess I get both of my phones and look at Facebook and YouTube at the same time. That's the only other thing I can think of. If I do that, I could pull up YouTube. I could pull up Facebook here on my phone and the YouTube chat over here on my. I could pull up the Facebook chat over here on phone number 1. Oh, I got it back now. I got it back now. Okay. All right.
I don't know what I did.
You don't know what you did?
No.
Tanner don't know what he did, but he fixed it. Okay. All right, we're back live. It looks like everybody's still here too. It says 201 viewers, so welcome. All right, I don't know what happened, but like I was like, man, we got disconnected, but what happened is I couldn't see y'all's comments. We were still live and connected, but they're all back on the screen now. So they have to show up on the screen for how many wasps did I have? I had 2. Marco Martinez and Kelly Cook.
See if anybody play on YouTube have it, but I don't know.
Okay. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to try to not really restart this crate, but I might as well because the last comment I showed Dio Magica. Well, I think we still had a connection when I was showing Jimi Hendrix. The Jimi Hendrix box set is $129.99. That's a 6 LP box, Jimi Hendrix. And then I showed, here's where everything went haywire. Dio destroyed our feed. Dio Magica, $39.99. Ronnie James Dio came back from the dead and zapped us. $39.99 for Magica. Bob Riger, I've got you for one. If anybody else wants one, let me know. This is Dio Magica, $39.99. $39.99 for Dio Magica. Okay, now an update on our auctions. Brandon Sanders, let me know if you're still watching because I want to update you on Motley Crue. Motley Crue Girls, Girls, Girls was at $55 with Brandon Sanders. This is a VG Plus cover, about EX vinyl. This is at, Brandon's at $55 on Motley Crue. Brandon's at $55 on Motley Crue. And then Bob Marley, I put that up for a $45 bid, and that was the last one I seen. I can't remember who it was for. And I feel like other people were bidding, but I couldn't see it. So Bob Marley is at $45, but let me know where you were at on that. Next record was Silverchair. It was a record store day title, like I said, from the UK. Limited to 3,000, $39.99. This is all I have left, and I have a feeling when these are gone, they're going to be gone. I mean, it's a record store day, limited and numbered, so that's where we're at. Okay, Brent Rabley's at $55 on Bob Marley. Michael Bohannon's at $48. Final call on Motley Crue. It is a USOG. It's about EX on the vinyl. Brandon has that for $55. Final call. Silverchair is $39.99. And then Tanner said he saw at least 2 people claim Wasp. Who are those people?
Kelly Cook.
Kelly Cook and Marco Martinez. I've got you down for a Wasp self-titled. If anybody else wants one, let me know. This is Wasp self-titled. It's a new remaster on colored vinyl, $33.99. Michael Bohannon's at $58 on Bob Marley Live. That's a near mint, pristine Japanese pressing, complete with the Obi insert and 15-second warning on Motley Crue. We had the Misfits Collection Volume 2, $28.99 for the Misfits Collection Volume 2, $28.99 on that. And Iron Maiden Somewhere in Time. I was just saying, this is probably my favorite Iron Maiden artwork next to Power Slave. $36.99 for Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time. Restock of that. And we also got Silverchair Neon Ballroom. Neon Ballroom. It's $49.99. I haven't had this in quite some time. It's also a music on vinyl pressing, $49.99. Okay, Brent, let me know if you're in or out on Bob Marley. Brandon, you're going to get the Motley Crue. I feel like that's a great deal at $55. Freddie Milford wants an Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time. Brandon, that's your second Motley Crue album of the night. That's So Do You. Thank you. And that was an OG record. Let me pull something else out of the OG bin over here. We will do a copy or we'll do something. Somebody was asking about this last night. We never got around to it. It's Wild Cherry. Near mint copy, Wild Cherry. Play that funky music. You know, play that funky music, white boy. When we show it, it's like a lot of people are usually after it. This is a $10 start. $10 start. $10 start. Bob Marley's at $58. I thought I was high at $55. You're not anymore. Michael Bohannon's at $58 on that. Wild Cherry is $10 start. I promised I would auction it. It would normally just be slipped into a crate. Some people asked that I auction it, so Wild Cherry is a $10 start. Okay, the other Dio title was Angry Machines. I haven't had this one either in a while. Angry Machines. That is $31.99. Wild Cherry 10, Wild Cherry 15. And then Dio Holy Diver. I'll go ahead and show that one. That's the new 2LP Joe Barassi remix remaster. $46.99 on that. $46.99. I'll skip that one. These are back in stock. Maroon 5, Songs About Jane, $36.99. I forgot who asked about these the other night. He must have seen where they were coming back in. I got 5 copies of it. Maroon 5, Songs About Jane, $36.99. That hasn't been in quite some time. Kevin Moore wants Dio Angry Machine. What's that, Tanner? Brandon Sanders for $55. Bob Marley, where are we at here? Brent Rabley's out on Bob Marley. That means Michael Bohannon, you have Bob Marley for $58. That's going twice, going 3 times. Wild Cherry's 10, 15, 10, 20, 17, 12, 10, 17, 18. Jesse Hood's at 20. Kevin Moore got Dio, Angry Machines. Wild Cherry 20, 22, now 21. Maroon 5 is $36.99. This is by far their biggest album. She Will Be Loved, this. What's the other big hit on this? I know those two are probably the biggest. Those are $36.99. Also got a restock of Prodigy, The Fat of the Land. $41.99 on that. Prodigy, Fat of the Land. And I don't think we have any Killers in stock until right now. So Iron Maiden Killers is $36.99. I don't think we have any of those until right now. All right, Bob Marley is sold to Michael Bohannon for $58. High bid on Wild Cherry, something we just don't get too often, is Stacy at $24. That's one Japanese pressing down, so I'll go ahead and pull the other. We have, let me see what we got here. And then I have a feeling there's going to be some people want this. Okay. This one. Let me check. Yeah, okay. All right, so this is very, very nice. I don't think we've had if we had before, I don't remember. But this is Aerosmith Toys in the Attic, Japanese press. I've seen a lot of interest lately on this, and this is a really clean record, as in normal, near mint, pristine, Japanese vinyl, original CBS Sony label. Pretty sure this is the OG Japanese press of this. There's the vinyl. Nice cover with Obi. Shot of the band there. This is a $55 start. Aerosmith Toys in the Attic. This one also has the poster with it. This is nice. Check that out. Aerosmith poster with that one. $55 start on this. There's the poster. Both Japanese inserts. Vinyl is near mint. Really nice cover with Obi. This is a $55 start. Aerosmith Toys in the Attic. That one's complete near mint. High bid on Wild Cherry is Bob McKinney at $28. Wild Cherry's at $28. All right. Let's see here. Where are we at? Out on Wild Cherry, George Strait. I wish I had some. And then Bob Riger needs to put back Judas Priest, and he wants Dio Angry Machines. We will do that. So put back his Judas Priest, and he wants Dio Angry Machines. Eagles, Hell Freezes Over. We haven't had that in quite some time. This is the 25th anniversary. This is tough to get an original of because it came out in 1994. They're at least a couple $100. That's $48.99 for Eagles, Hell Freezes Over. And Dirty Deeds, Done Dirt Cheap. That is $31.99. I think there's a waiting list for that. Yeah, there's a waiting list for Judas Priest, so we just pull that off the spreadsheet. All right, so here's what's left in this bin. Right in the middle of it, we had a connection issue, so let me flip through these one more time very quickly. Wild Cherries at $30 with Preston Denny. Aerosmith is at $60 with Eli Tomlinson. The Electric Ladyland box set, if you don't have that already, get it, $129.99. Several Dio titles in here. We have Magica, $39.99. Silverchair Live, $39.99. Misfits is $28.99. Somewhere in Time, Iron Maiden, $38.99. Neon Ballroom Silverchair, $49.99. Holy Diver is $46.99. Killing the Dragon, I have not shown that one yet. Red and Orange Swirl Vinyl, $36.99 on that. No one claimed a Maroon 5. Still got all 5 copies. 5 copies of Maroon 5, $36.99. Prodigy is $41.99. Iron Maiden Killers is $36.99. The Eagles is still available, $48.99. And AC/DC Dirty Deeds, $31.99. All right, so Toys in the Attic, we were at 60/60. Now 62, 65, 65, now 70 with Brent. And Wade put Eagles 48. And I think that's a claim for Wade. Wade, I've got you down for Eagles. Hell Freezes Over. Yes, that's for Wade. And Wild Cherries at $31. Anybody else want anything in there? I'm going to go ahead and grab our second bin of the night, which is our bin we didn't get to last night of vintage check condition stuff. They're still bidding on Wild Cherry and Aerosmith. We got a bin of new vintage arrivals here that I have not shown. The Maroon 5 title is Songs About Jane. Lots of people's been asking about that one lately. This check condition bin, I can promise you there's not going to be much left after we get done with it. There's some great titles in here. All from our Arkansas. Does Dirty Deeds have Jailbreak? No, I think that's on the, I don't know what album that's on. That may be on the Jailbreak album. But I think that's a live album. Okay. Wild Cherry out. High bid is Donnie Haney on the Wild Cherry, $31. And Aerosmith is at $72 with Eli. And Robert Madine does want a Maroon 5. Sell that to Robert Madine. Yeah, this is Maroon 5, Songs About Jane. If anybody wants that, $36.99. The last Dio we showed was we have Killing the Dragon, Magica, Angry Machines we're sold out of, but we can get more. And then I have the new remaster of Holy Diver, which is a 2 LP. All righty. New vintage arrivals. These are all check condition titles. We have the Outfield Play Deep Gold Stamp Promo EX, $32.99. There's only a couple of light scuffs keeping this one from being near mint minus. Classic album from the 80s. Original lyric insert. Play Deep is $32.99. The Incredible Jimmy Smith, Back at the Chicken Shack, EX $49.99. EX $49.99, and this is a original Blue Note 1966. EX condition $49.99. And then Jimmy Smith Plays Fats Waller, also Blue Note, VG Plus $34.99. Jimmy Smith Plays Fats Waller, Blue Note, VG Plus $34.99. And Wasp Live in the Raw. This is a VG copy, $29.99. Has the original inner sleeve. It's a VG on the vinyl, $29.99, 1987 Columbia House. Whitesnake, Come and Get It. VG Plus, $39.99. Also has, that's the original company inner sleeve. VG Plus vinyl, it's actually not bad at all, $39.99. All right, update on our auctions. We have 15 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and say 30 seconds on Wild Cherry. Donnie Haney's at $31. That's going twice, going 3 times to Donnie Haney. Aerosmith was at $72 and then $74. Crystal Newman wants a Maroon 5. Has Crystal bought from us before? Crystal has bought from us before. Thank you, Crystal. Maroon 5 is sold to you. We have Aerosmith at $75. Mia, you were first on Jimmy Smith. Let me know which one you want. Marty Man 3, first to the Wasp. That's sold to Marty Man 3. Alan, you were second. Marco third. Mia wants both of the Jimmy Smiths. Scott Williams is in on 74 on Toys on the Attic, and Brent's out. So, yeah, outfield play deep. It's a VG Plus cover. It is a gold stamp promo. EX $32.99. This one has, your love on it. Say it isn't so. I don't need her. Nice copy. EX meaning very close to near mint on that one. $32.99. Also still have Whitesnake. Come and get it. Jeff Johnson says he'll take it. All right, let's go ahead and sell Wild Cherry to Donnie Haney. That is sold to Donnie Haney for $31. And we have new bidders on Toys in the Attic. It's between Scott Williams and Eli Tomlinson. Oh, Eli has the high bid at 75 actually. So this is a complete copy. It has the poster with it and both Japanese inserts. And it's a top copy. Poster, both inserts, very nice cover, near mint minus vinyl. 75 on that to Eli. Going once, going twice. Any more maroon? Is it a repress? Yes, it's the newest. It has to be because these have been out of stock for about 6 or 8 months. This is $36.99. That's the newest repress of that. Yes, $36.99. Maroon 5 Songs About Jane. Everything in here right now is sticker price. If they don't sell now, about midnight, we will talk prices again. We'll be live for a long time. We got a lot of stuff to go through. This is a VG copy, $14.99 of Sly and the Family Stone. There's a riot going on. That's a VG copy, $14.99. Chris Ole also wants Maroon 5. And Crystal also asked if we have Blind Melon with No Rain. Yes, we do. That is Blind Melon self-titled. I've got one around here somewhere. If we can just write that down for Crystal. Right here they are. Blind Melon, No Rain. Those are $38.99. Let me know if you want one. I'll lay it right here. Eli, let's see. Scott's back in on Toys for 77. Eli's at 78. Mike Vandergist gets Sly and the Family Stone. Steely Dan, Countdown to Ecstasy is a VG Plus, $24.99 for Dan, Steely Dan. And Steely Dan Groucho is a VG copy, $14.99. Crystal also wants Blind Melon. I've got 1 or 2 more of those laying around if anybody else wants one. And Van Halen, very nice. VG Plus, $34.99. VG Plus, $34.99. Van Halen, self-titled. Running with the Devil. Ain't Talking About Love. You Really Got Me. Eruption. Linda wants Steely Dan, Countdown to Ecstasy. That's sold to Linda Hasty. And Arm Lozelle, You Were Second. Let me know if you're okay with Gaucho or if you want us to count down to Ecstasy. You Were Second. Gaucho still left, though. And Van Halen is sold to Preston Denny. Andrew, You Were Second. Scott Williams, let me know if you're out on Toys in the Attic. Eli has that for 78. Our next auction, what do we got up? A Japanese pressing. I'm going to go ahead and sell this. I've listened to it 4 times. This is really good. The Ace Frehley solo album. It's about a VG Plus. It looks like a VG. I promise you. I've played it 2 or 3, 4. I guess 4 times. Especially side 1. About a VG Plus cover. Does show a little bit of signs of wear, but not bad at all. There's no poster. It does have the original inner sleeve with it though, with the other shots of the solo albums. But yeah, cosmetically, it looks like a VG. It plays until about a VG Plus. It's loud. Man, I think I was playing something new, and then I put this on at the same volume level, and it sounded twice as loud. Now, this was in it, but I don't think this originally came with them, did it? I don't know what this is. I don't recall. Kiss, people? What is this? I don't know. It's a little insert that came with it, too. Ace Frehley solo album. It plays like a VG Plus. We're going to get that one started for $15. Only $15. I'm sure it's going to go up from there. Okay. Well, I'll be able to add my shipping package from last night's order and have them shipped together. Last night's order. So, okay, here's how... Last night's items. Yes, so it's all week, $7 shipping, and it will all be put together. So we had shows Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we're having one tomorrow. Anything you buy is $7 in limited shipping. We combine it and invoice you on Monday. So we're sorting everything. We've got 2 big carts. It's all in alphabetical order. And then that's what we do. We'll send you an invoice Monday. Everything will be combined. Okay. Let's see here. Errol Smith is at 82. And Ace Frehley 15.25. And who got this right here? Sorry, I got a little sidetracked there. Arm Lozelle wanted Countdown. So was there anybody next on this? He wanted Countdown to Ecstasy. So yes, this is still available. If anybody wants it, it's a VG copy, $14.99. Steely Dan Asia is a VG Plus, $24.99. Asia. This is a VG Plus, $24.99. Let me see what matrix this is at. Scott's out on toys. This is the AB. You know what? I've already forgot. I can't remember. This is AA and AB. This may be the good one. AA and AB, as in the better sounding one. AA. I can't remember. I've got to go back and watch Mike's video again. I think that's the good one, though. VG Plus, $24.99. Styx, The Grand Illusion, is a VG Plus, $14.99. The Ace Frehley solo album, high bid, is Brent Hall at $25. It also includes this little ad insert. And yeah, this is, let me remind you some of the songs on here. First, this one here, Rip It Out. I think it's the best song on the album. And then New York Groove, and then I'm in Need of Love. Those are the three best, probably. But yeah, they're all good. Great. This is good stuff here. Rip It Out is an amazing rock song. That is at $25. And that is to him. Okay, and then he's out on Toys in the Attic. Eli has that for $82. Mike Vandergist, First to Styx. Steely Dan. AB is the better one. Let me see what matrix this is again. This is A. Yeah, this is AA, and they've scratched out the B. And I think that means that's maybe not the best one. This is AA with the B scratched out. And AB, yeah, AB. What they did there, they changed the price. The matrix was coded for pricing, from what I understand, so this is technically a repress of that one. Styx Equinox, VG Plus, $14.99. Final Call on Ace Frehley, and Survivor, Eye of the Tiger, VG copy, $12.99. Survivor, Eye of the Tiger, VG copy, $12.99. And Toto Self-Titled. This is a VG Plus, $14.99. Toto Self-Titled. Kevin Morris says he'll take the other Dio. All right. Does Ace have the poster? No poster of Ace. The other Dio, I think he's talking about Killing the Dragon, right, Kevin? You want Killing the Dragon? That's $36.99. Jesse Hood, First to Toto. Let's go ahead and sell Errol Smith to Eli. He gets that for $82. That's an amazing pressing there of that. Very, very nice. Final Call on that at $25. The Ace Frehley solo album. Jesse got Toto, Jeremy Dalton on Survivor. Darren was first. Darren was first on that one. Styx Equinox is a VG Plus, $14.99. The Jacksons Triumph is a VG copy, $12.99. And Jay Giles Love Stinks is EX, $17.99. Jay Giles Love Stinks. Blood, Sweat, and Tears 3 is a VG, $9.99. And Kansas Leftoverture is a VG, $9.99. VG, $9.99. All right, let's sell this to Brent Hall for $25. That's the Ace Frehley solo album. Ace Frehley solo album. That's sold to Brent Hall for $25. Next two auctions. Let's do another Rush 200 gram. And let's do a Japanese pressing here of Cream. And let me figure out what this is. I don't know if I put this one in the hot picture. Let me take a look here. All right. Let's see here. We have Rush Moving Pictures. This is another one. Ed, this sounded good yesterday, didn't it? Ed said it sure did. This is the 200 gram pressing of Rush Moving Pictures. Very, very good. So from what I understand, the 200 gram are the first pressings of the Rush remasters. So very, very good sounding. When Tom Sawyer kicked on, like I've said before, we may be fortunate to have a really good system here, though. It's amazing. Very, very good. That's a $65 star on Rush Moving Pictures. Very, very nice. And this is a Japanese pressing. No Obi on this one, but I've never had it before. It's called Cream, Portrait of Cream. Cream, Portrait of Cream. Super nice, too. I mean, it is, looks unplayed as usual. Born Under a Bad Sign, Spoonful, Tell a Brave Ulysses, Strange Brew, I Feel Free, Sunshine of Your Love, Badge, Crossroads, White Room, and Swallow Bar. That side right there is awesome. Sunshine of Your Love, Badge, Crossroads and White Room. Pretty much a cream compilation. This cover is unique to Japan. It actually, it's like a photo album. I think it slides out. Does it slide out? Let's see here. But you know, it's kind of like a photo album. It's like inside of this. This is like edged. Very nice cover. No obi though. Does have the Japanese lyric insert with it. You can sing along with Clapton. That's a $35 start. Cream, Portrait of Cream. Very cool. I don't think we've ever had that. If so, boy, I'd like to have those guitars. Take a look at that. Look at that right there. SG with a psychedelia. Clapton. I don't know if he still has that. I'm sure he does. Okay. No other claims out of here. Long After Dark. Yes, I'll put that one up next. Steve Miller Band, Book of Dreams is a VG Plus $14.99. We're in just our second bin of vintage stuff. It's all check condition. 80s at 65 on Rush. Roberts at 35 on Cream. Ian Gillian Band, Scarabus. Ian Gillian Band. This is an EX 1999. I don't recall ever having that. The Police, Ghost in the Machine, a VG copy, $12.99. I'm telling y'all, for some reason, Ghost in the Machine is always kind of worn out. Covers and vinyl. VG $12.99. Heart, Dog, and Butterfly is a VG Plus $14.99. And on Golden Pond soundtrack, Dave Grusin doing the music on Golden Pond. No condition notes on that one. It must have got slipped in the wrong crate. It's $14.99. Near mint. And Fleetwood Mac, Tango in the Night, a VG copy, $24.99. Fleetwood Mac, Tango in the Night. Little Lies and Big Love and Everywhere. Original Fleetwood, or the 70s Fleetwood Mac lineup, mid to late 70s Fleetwood Mac, VG 24, and this one came out in 87, so I guess the Christine McVie, Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham, John McVie, that Fleetwood Mac. This is the Monterey International Pop Festival, Otis Redding and Jimi Hendrix. I've seen this before, but it's been a long time. This is a VG copy for $29.99. This is Otis Redding and Jimi Hendrix at the Monterey International Pop, VG cover and VG vinyl, $29.99. Final Call on Rush at $65, and Final Call on the Cream at $35. Stephen Chesney wants Ghost in the Machine. Sell that. No, Steve Merkel was first. Steve Merkel, you were first to the Police. Stephen, you were second. Chris Wood Sr. on Ian Gillian. Of course, Chris is going to buy that. Deep Purple related. Brent Rabley wants MOT. That's the Monterey Pop. Michael Nath was second. Mike was third. Brent passes, so give that one to Michael Nath instead of Brent. So Michael Nath got that. Mike Vandergist was second, and Brian Hummel was third. Heart, Dog, and Butterfly was a VG Plus $14.99. We've also got Good Morning Vietnam soundtrack, VG Plus $29.99. And last two records, Queen, self-titled debut, a VG copy $24.99. And Fleetwood Mac Rumors is a VG Plus $24.99. All right, these auctions are sold. Only one bids and only one bidder. Rush is sold for $65 to Eddie Pasir. And Cream is sold to Robert Johnson for $35. $35. Everything in here is sticker price right now. Speaking of Rush, let's see. So here's a 180 gram. I may auction off the 200 gram at some point tonight. I'm going to go ahead and show this. I have Rush 2112 in stock on the 180 gram remaster. These are $36.99. Rush 2112, $36.99 on that. Let me get two new auctions started if anybody wants a new copy of Rush. There it is. Let me see what I got back here in the back. I've got Rat, Judas Priest, some OG Rush, and lots of Japanese pressings. We've had a request for Tom Petty. I haven't messed up my talking too much tonight because even though I'm in full speed mode. Tom Petty, I don't know if I've ever had this. I like putting up stuff I've said, I don't know if we've had it before. Long After Dark Japanese pressing. This is, as you can expect, near mint, pristine, super, super nice. We have this Japanese insert here and this other Japanese insert. This is complete, really nice. Tom Petty's a $55 start. Long After Dark. Really nice cover of Obi. That's a $55 start. Steve Merkel needs to pass on the Police, so we can give, instead of Steve Merkel, let's give that to Stephen Chesney. Stephen Chesney, you get the Ghost in the Machine. Let's see here. No Visniks. We have somebody else wanting Hart, so no Visniks. If you don't want this for $14.99, let me know. If you pass at $14.99, it goes to Jesse Hood. Mike Vandergist wants Fleetwood Mac, and Arm Lazelle says, put up the rat. I will in just a second. Oh, I am right now. Rat, I already have it in my hand. Invasion of Your Privacy. Invasion of Your Privacy. This is an OG pressing. Yes. It's got a cutout. It's got the original inner sleeve. It is top. It is top. It is near mint minus. Super nice. Insert. Rat, Invasion of Your Privacy is a $35 start. This is the OG US Rat, Invasion of Privacy. It does have a saw mark right up here above the R. Inner sleeve, near mint on the vinyl. And that is $35 start. Okay, Japanese or No Visnik said, I will take the Heart. Okay, so Jesse, you were second on that. 35 on Rat, Invasion of Your Privacy. All right, so here's what's left in here. Fantastic records. Check condition stuff. We hadn't got to any near mint stuff yet. I'll be doing that in just a second. White Snake, come and get it. VG Plus, $39.99. One more run through very quickly on these. Steely Dan Gaucho, VG copy, $14.99. Hey 19's on here. That's a great one. Asia, Steely Dan, that's a VG Plus, $24.99. Of course, we know that's one of the possibly best records of all time. Styx Equinox is a VG Plus, $14.99. The Jacksons Triumph is a VG copy, $12.99. Jay Giles, Love Stinks, EX, $17.99. Blood, Sweat, and Tears 3 is a VG copy, $9.99. And Kansas Leftoverture, VG copy for that, $9.99. Steve Miller Band, Book of Dreams, VG Plus, $14.99. On Golden Pond, no condition notes on that one, $14.99. Fleetwood Mac, Tango in the Night is a VG copy, $24.99. Good Morning Vietnam soundtrack, VG Plus, Nowhere to Run, I Get Around, The Beach Boys, Sugar and Spice, James Brown's on here, Them featuring Van Morrison, The Vogues, Louis Armstrong, What a Wonderful World. That's a classic soundtrack. We don't get that one too often. It's not in print either. And then Queen's first album, Debut, that appears to be the original label on the first pressings. That's a VG copy, $24.99. All right, update on our auctions. Tom Petty, we had 55, 55, 55, 65, 56, 58, 70, 70, 68, 72. Then Rat, we had 35 and 40, 38, 42, 35, 41, 45. Victor wants Steely Dan. Victor, do you want the Asia or Gaucho? Let me know on that, Victor, or you can have both of them. Rat's now at 50, 55, 53, 56, 56. Alan Northcutt, first on Good Morning Vietnam. Mike Cochran, you were second. And David C's first on Queen. So that means Tom Petty's kind of slowed down, but the high bid is $72 with Michael Bohannon. Michael Bohannon has Tom Petty for $72. That is this near mint pristine copy of Long After Dark. Very cool. I like of course, the cover, and the Obi really sets that one off. $72 on that. Victor wants both Steely Dans. You got it. And now Rad is at $60. Paul Brothers is at $75 on Tom Petty. I'm going to go ahead and condense this one down with the other check condition stuff. Anybody want anything else in here, let me know. If you were maybe wanting to give $3 or $4 more less, you don't want to quite pull the trigger on 39, but you may give 35. We're going to go back through all these at some point tonight, another time. So let me know. What's the price on LA? LA, what was LA? LA was, what was LA? What was LA? All right, let me grab our next bin. Let me do a quick flip through here. We got some, ooh, I forgot. I see a MoFi title in here. I see a Sabbath title. I see some cars. I'm going to go ahead and give you some sneak peeks. Well, you're going to get to hear the titles, but yeah, this is a good crate. This is all near mint stuff from our most recent purchases. Our most recent purchases of Arkansas. Tomorrow, I need to check my text. I'm trying to go to Crossville tomorrow and buy a collection, and then I think we're going to Florida Saturday. Let me see if this guy... okay, yeah, so I got to text him back, but it looks like I'm going to try to go to Crossville in the morning and buy a collection and then be back for the sale, which I should have plenty of time. Of course, I work at night, so I'll have to skip out on some sleep, but I think it's going to be well worth it. And then we're doing this for the first time. It's kind of booked. We just got to get it officially booked, but I think we got 2 collections I don't know if LaJuan's watching, but we're trying to go to Texas and Florida at the same time, which we're going to have to fly there. I think we're going to go ahead and go to Tampa first. Both people are on a time constraint. They're having to move, and it's very difficult. I'm trying to be in two places at once, but I think we're going to try to fly down to Florida on Sunday, buy a collection, then drive it back, and then I think as soon as we get back, we may have to turn around, maybe rest for a little bit, and then I think I'm going to try to go ahead, Tanner. I haven't really informed Tanner. Then we're maybe going to try to go ahead and go to Texas, buy a collection, and then drive it back. So we may not have some sales on Monday and Tuesday. I don't know yet, but I think when we get back, we'll have enough records where we won't have to travel and miss any sales probably for the next week after. But I don't know. So we got a lot of stuff going on as far as traveling and plane tickets to buy and coordinating these trips. So we have some collections across the United States but it's like there's one collection that popped up last year in Seattle. It was an entire basement full of records, and it was in Seattle. And I was like, how the heck do I fly to Seattle and then bring back, 10,000 records? And we'd essentially have to rent a truck or a moving company. So I'm still talking to that guy. I hadn't talked to him in a while, but he's in no hurry to sell. Very, very complicated when you start buying 10,000 records on the West Coast and you're trying to get them back to Tennessee. So, all right, Rat was at 62. Michael Bohannon's at 78 on Tom Petty. Craig's out. Carol's out. Paul Brothers is out. Michael Bohannon, you have Tom Petty for $78, going once, going twice. Stephanie's at 62 on Rat. That's the last bid I seen. Stephanie's at $62, going twice, going three times. 30-second warning on both of those, and I'm going to sell them. Florida, it's just around the Tampa area, and Texas, it's outside of Austin. Of course, those are huge areas, so that gives you an idea, though. But that's where we're at. Okay, what do we have for one? Ooh, Westwood 1. This is $199.99. $199.99. Westwood 1 Radio Networks. This is the Talking Heads Miller Lite Beer Superstar Concert Series. This is a Talking Heads concert from Westwood 1. $199.99. $199.99 on that. Belinda's back in on Rat. Final call on Tom Petty. We're at $78. Belinda's in on Rat. Kansas, 2 for the show. 2 LP live Kansas record. This is $24.99. Kansas, 2 for the show. Kansas Monolith is $19.99. Kansas Monolith. Kansas had some awesome artwork. $19.99 for that. And Cheryl Ladd, $19.99. Cheryl Ladd on Capitol Records. Very nice purple Capitol label. Lighthouse, One Fine Morning. Last year was probably the first time I'd ever listened to Lighthouse. They're pretty good. If you've never listened to this is the one I listened to, and I was like, wow, I'm impressed. Kind of proggy. That's the best way I'll put it. Proggy. If anybody wants to try that out. And what do we have here? Oh, so yeah, we have a lot more samplers. I think y'all remember we auctioned off that metal sampler last night. This is in-store air freshener. This is a promo-only sampler. These were sent to record stores to be played in the record store. $19.99. You have the Motels, Duran Duran, Brian May, Boys Brigade, Reflex, Helix, Reflex, the Motels, Duran Duran, Industry, Anne Murray, and Hugo Strasser. And that is a Capitol, and that is $19.99. Bruce Lee and Yellow Submarine. Okay, Alan Jonathan wants Kansas, 2 for the show. Tanner, that one was $24.99 on that one. Stephanie's out on Rat. Ryan Anderson, I see your test comment. Michael Massey wants the air freshener. We can go ahead and sell Tom Petty for $78 to Michael Bohannon. We had Stephanie out on Rat. That means, Belinda, you have this for $63. Final call. Let me grab our next 2 auctions because I feel like that's on the tail end. Somebody asked, can we do Yellow Submarine? We can. And Ed, up there next to that top left cubby, there's some cassettes and some 45s. If you don't care to grab those, we're going to do that. And what else do I have here in the OG bin? Let's do this Quiet Riot because it was nice. We usually put these out as a buy it now, but this one's so nice. You can just lay the cassettes right there. I got some cassettes ready. I had to clean them, but I got some ready. Let's do this Bruce Lee. This is Return of the Dragon. Return of the Dragon, Super Dragon Band. The Super Dragon Band, Return of the Dragon. So that's an instrumental. Very cool with the Bruce Lee. This is a $20 start. $20 start. Perfect, as usual, pristine Japanese vinyl. $20 start on that. All right, let's go ahead and sell. She said, please sell Rat. Belinda is getting the Rat for $63. Top copy of Invasion of Your Privacy. We'll do this one pretty soon. That one's a little bit higher start, but it's not easy to get. It's really cool too. And Quiet Riot. Oh, well, I've got 3 auctions. We'll do Yellow Submarine in just a second. Let's do Quiet Riot first. Metal Health is near mint. It's really nice. Quiet Riot. This is a gold stamp promo, as is many in these collections. This is a $20 start. $20 start as well on Quiet Riot. What did I miss? Jeremy Ivy.
He asked what was the price on LA and then Armstrong.
Oh, Louis Armstrong. I don't think we had a Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong. I have not showed a Louis Armstrong tonight. No, I haven't. Jeremy, I haven't shown a Louis Armstrong. Al Stewart, 24 carats is $14.99. Sticks, pieces of 8. So this is our 3rd crate of vintage stuff tonight. These are all near mint titles. Sticks, pieces of 8 is $19.99. And we have Midnight Star, no parking on the dance floor. Midnight Star, nice copy, $14.99. Marshall Tucker Band. This is an essential. This is their first album. It's really nice too. Original Capricorn, gatefold cover. Awesome. Can't You See? Take the Highway. This is $24.99. Marshall Tucker Band, their first self-titled album, $24.99 on that. All right, the Bruce Lee. Where's George Somers and Adam Stein at? Return of the Dragon is at $20 with Jake Rogers. R. Moselle said Lighthouse price and condition. Lighthouse is $19.99. It is a near mint. I'm going to call that one EX Plus. So if I don't show a condition, that means it's EX Plus to near mint minus. Nice copy. That was for R. Moselle. Brent Hall, 25 on Quiet Riot, then 25, 35, 20, now 40. Tom Steyer on Midnight Star. Joe Valentine, you were second. Louis Armstrong on Good Morning. Oh, okay. It's already sold. Sorry. Preston Rogers wants Marshall Tucker Band. Tanner, that one was $24.99. Preston Rogers. James Bragg was second. Victor was third. Arm Lazelle wants the Lighthouse. So final call on the Bruce Lee for $20 to Jake Rogers. High bid on Quiet Riot's at $40 with Preston Rogers. We got Jake Rogers and Preston Rogers, high bidder on both of these auctions back here, $40 and $20. Doobie Brothers, what were once vices are now habits, is $14.99. Philip is in on Quiet Riot. Very nice copy of this. You are going to be very pleased with some of these records from that collection from West Arkansas, which is a lot of the classic rock. He took really good care of his stuff, and like I said, he worked at record stores throughout his life around the Memphis area and in his career. And he got a lot of promos and a lot of stuff he didn't play that he just had put up for the last 40 or 50 years. Jackson Brown, Running on Empty, $14.99. This does have the book with it. This does have the lyric book. Another nice copy, Running on Empty. That is something you need. And we have Caught in the Act, $34.99. My apologies. No, that's okay. I just didn't know what Louis Armstrong was. I forgot he was on the... Wow, this is nice. Caught in the Act, $34.99. We sold a sealed copy of that. That's last week. That's a 2LP live Styx album. And Earth, Wind, and Fire. Man, we have maybe a dozen Earth, Wind, and Fire albums. I don't know how many he worked out for tonight's batch, but we had a lot. And they're all near mint. Looks like they're unplayed. Nice jackets, too. This is Open Your Eyes, which is one I don't see as often. $14.99 on that. All right, so Jake Rogers is in on Bruce Lee at 25. That's because Adam bid 21. Queensryche is now at $43. I think we already had a bid higher than that, didn't we? Yeah, Philip's at 45. Philip, I'm going to try to say your last name. Regaldo, maybe? I'm going to maybe call you Philip R. You might want to give me the phonics of that. If you're okay with Philip R., we'll stay with that. But Philip has the high bid of that at 45, just so everybody knows. And Bob McKinney was first to Earth, Wind, and Fire. Wolves Council, you were second. Another one, The Need of Love. I think this one's pretty, yeah. This one's $49.99. 1971. This one is not easy to get in their catalog. 1971. That's very early for Earth, Wind, and Fire. That might be their first album. Nice copy. Original Warner Brothers inner sleeve. That one's $49.99. Very nice. Earth, Wind, and Fire. I've never had that before. Climax Blues Band, Flying the Flag. $19.99. Adam's back in on Bruce Lee at $26. ZZ Top Afterburner, $24.99. Brent Rabley gets this Earth, Wind, and Fire. Wishbone Ash, There's the Rub, $19.99. Wishbone Ash, There's the Rub, $19.99. And Tommy Shaw, What If? Tommy Shaw from Styx, one of his solo albums, his second solo album, I believe, 1985. That's $19.99. Scott Smith on CBB, Climax Blues Band. Joe Valentine on the Doobie Brothers. I think Joe wants the what were once Vices from earlier. Good decision. That's a nice copy. Sell that to Joe Valentine. And Arm Lazelle on Tommy Shaw. Jake's back in on Bruce Lee at $27. Philip R. has The Quiet Riot for $45. Final call. I'm about to sell that so we can put up more Japanese and more OGs. Kevin needs to put back Dio from last night, and the other one from tonight, I'll take the Dio Magical instead. Dio Magica. Okay. So he needs to put back Killing the Dragon, and I don't know which one he got last night, and we will give him Magica. Okay. Cost on ZZ Top Afterburner was $24.99. $24.99 on that. Wishbone Ash, No Smoke Without Fire. That is $19.99. Jeff McMaster's in on The Quiet Riot at $46. Just an update on this one. It is a gold stamp promo, and it is a nice copy. Nice cover. It's no cutouts. It has no cutouts or punch holes, and the vinyl's near mint. I've seen a lot of cutouts on these before. That one's nice, though. $46. Kiss Destroyer. I will work on that one next. Wolves Council on WB. Wishbone. Yeah, Wishbone Ash sold to Wolves Council. ZZ Top Eliminator. $34.99. We had the gold vinyl remaster. This is $34.99. If you can pronounce my name, you can pronounce Phillips. Tom Ulanowski. Yeah, sometimes I just have to break it down, or I'm not really trying, or it looks like a challenge, so I'm like, I just don't want to butcher it.
So we got to figure out which ones he wants.
Okay, well, he doesn't need 2 copies of Killing, Angry Machines. Okay.
We might have had him on a wait list.
Kevin, here's what we have you tagged for. We've got you tagged for 2 Killing the Dragons and an Angry Machine. So I'm assuming you want to put all, we probably didn't mean to tag you for 2. So if you want to put both of these back and get a Magica, we can do that. Just let me know. Just let me know. Let's see here. Kiss Destroyer. Where are we at? Wolfbone. Phillips at 50 on Quiet Riot. I gave up a name a long time ago. Yeah, I think I'm saying Rabley wrong too. Adam, let me know if you're in or out on the Bruce Lee. I got Jake Rogers at $27. It's back to Adam. Yes, 90125 is $19.99. And Yes Drama. Yes Drama. This appears to be very nice. I love this Roger Dean artwork. $19.99. That's a near mint copy. Yes Drama. All right, so yeah, just put those back and we'll pull him a Magica. I think that's the last one we had. Let me figure out where they're at. Yes, that's sold to Wolves Council. Robley. Wow. So you don't say the A, huh? Oh, he has? Brent, I'm sorry. You're forever Rabley. Dio Magica, that is $39.99. I therefore crown you Brent Rabley. Diana Ross, that is $9.99. Very nice copy, Diana Ross. I don't think we have any of those in the bins right now. And Mountain, Go For Your Life. Mountain is $19.99. All right, let's go. This is final call to Bruce. Final call, as in 15 seconds. Jake has that for $27. And Jeremy Dalton wants ZZ Top second. This one right here. All right. And then Phillips at 50 on Quiet Riot. Who was second on that one? Jeff, let me know if you're in or out. Robert Palmer, Riptide is $19.99. Kenny Loggins in High Adventure, $9.99 on that. Heartbeat City, The Cars, nice copy of this, $34.99. Michael Bohannon wants Drama, The Cars, Heartbeat City. Great album. 38 Special. 38 Special is $24.99. 38 Special, Wild Eyed Southern Boys, $24.99. Mine's just tall, yeah. Let's see here. Michael Bohannon on Yes Drama. Sell that to Michael Bohannon. I have not done Darth Vader. We can go ahead and sell this to Jake Rogers for $27, and I'm just waiting for Jeff on that one. I'm going to give it 15 more seconds, though. Slade, Keep Your Hands Off My Power Supply. $19.99, and Leo Sayer, Just a Boy, $9.99. Jeff's back in at $53. The Beatles Yellow Submarine, Japanese press. Let's take a look at it. This is going to be a $55 start. Yellow Submarine. Get a piece of lint off of it. This is really nice, as you would expect, as in no marks, super clean. Yellow Submarine, Apple pressing. This is the UK Flag Series. $55 start on this. Cover has a piece of tape up here on top of the obi. Overall, very nice. Just a little bit of shelf wear right down here. There's the piece of tape. It looks like the obi got torn. Not really noticeable too much from the front. Yellow Submarine. This is the one in a lot of people's Beatles collection. There's always a gap there. The U.S. pressings on Apple, we don't get them as often. You know, it wasn't one of their huge selling albums, so there wasn't as many made. And then the Japanese are usually pretty desirable because, you know, they're Japanese pressings with the obis. So that's a $55 start on Yellow Submarine. All right, so Philip, you're back out on Quiet Riot. Jeff's at $53. Whitesnake, Live in the Heart of the City. This is $44.99. It has a 30-day limited warranty sticker from Peach's Record, 1981. I think that's expired. $44.99. $44.99. Yeah, at least the tape is yellowed, so it matches. $44.99 on Whitesnake, Live in the Heart of the City. We have Little River Band Backstage Pass, $19.99 for Little River Band Backstage Pass. And Nudo. That's my best effort on that one. Reaching Out, $14.99 on that. Jake is at $55 on the Beatles. The Moody Blues, In Search of Lost Chord, $19.99. Black Sabbath, Never Say Die, $44.99. Black Sabbath, Never Say Die. Near mint copy of Sabbath, Never Say Die, $14.99 on that. Men, You Do. Me, Nudo. Okay, Philip, let me know if you're in or out on Quiet Riot. I also think Philip R. has been trying to buy a record for all week, and he's either been second or outbid. Philip, have you actually got to buy anything yet? I feel like Philip either gets outbid over a 20-minute battle or he's been second. Philip's back in at $55. I feel like he's been trying to buy something all week. Jake's at $55 on the Beatles. Let's see here. Philip's at $55 on Queen's Rock, and we have a $55 bid on the Beatles. Those are both going once, going twice. Jared on Black Sabbath. Wow, look at all these pronunciations. We have Men You Do, Me Nudo, Menudo, Men Nudo, Ma Nudo, Soup Mendu, Men Udo, Ma Nudo. Brian Clark is at 60 on something. I guess that's the Yellow Submarine. Susie says she'll take it. And price on Lost Chord. Price on Lost Chord, $19.99. Price on Lost Chord. I sound like that scene in National Treasure where they're trying to figure out what that password is. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about or not. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Where did we get to? All right, so this is going to Susie. Brian Clark, I think, is at 60 on Yellow Submarines. Menudo. Jeff Masters back on a right at 57. Do Re Me, Michael Ling says. Michael Nath wants Lost Chord. Who asked about that? Sorry, there's a billion comments I'm sifting through now. Who asked about Lost Chord? Somebody asked about that in all this. I was making sure they are first, because if not, okay, Michael Nath. I think somebody asked about that. He did, and I think he asked the price. That's sold to Michael Nath. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Now let's get everybody updated on these auctions. If I went and tried to order soup at a restaurant, they would think, I don't know what they would think if I was trying to pronounce that. Okay, so Quiet Riot. I'm going to get everybody updated. Philip R. is at $60. This is a gold stamp promo of Quiet Riot Mental Health. Jeff is out. It's near mint, inner sleeve, super nice cover too. Philip R is at $60 and Jeff's out. That's a 15-second warning. I got Brian C at $60 as well on Yellow Submarine. I'm going to have to call the cover VG Plus. The Obi's a VG Plus because of the tape. And it's got the insert. The vinyl is near mint pristine. $60. And those are both going twice, going 3 times. I'm about to sell both of them. Susie got the Menude. Blue Murder, $49.99. Blue Murder, near mint, Giffen Records, 1989. OG, really nice copy, $49.99. Scott Williams is in on the Quiet Riot, $63. America is $9.99. We have Joe, who do we have here? We have Joe L. Sonyer, self-titled white label promo, and that is $19.99. $19.99. Susie wanted the boy band. I've got Susie pulled for the boy band. Was that the original first boy band record ever? Possibly. The Soup band. I can't get Joe back in its inner sleeve because it's in one of the most dreaded this is the original inner sleeve too, but it's in one of the most dreaded inner sleeves ever where they've cut out the center, the spindle. All right. Never pulling that back out again. All right, Phillips back in on Queen's Rack at 65. Darren Wortman first on Blue Murder. That's so to Darren. Reds Records, you were second. Craig was third. Marty Man fourth. And Lionheart, Hot Tonight. Lionheart's a gold stamp promo, $19.99. And the Jones Girls on Target, $19.99. The Jones Girls on Target. All right, Brian C. gets the Beatles Yellow Submarine for $60. Brian C. gets that. We're still bidding on Quiet Riot. Phillips back up to $65. The Beatles, the first boy band. Michael Jackson, the first boy band. Well, that's tough. I don't like to think of the Beatles as a boys band, but I guess they were. I guess by definition, it's a band of all boys that are just, I don't know. I don't know what the definition of that is. Let's see here. We have, I keep saying Queen's Riot. My bad. Quiet Riot. Am I keep calling this Queen's Riot? Quiet Riot. This is a $25 start. This is a Japanese 7-inch. The Imperial March, Darth Vader, John Williams. This is unbelievable. Look at that. This is really nice. The cover is really nice too. Vinyl. What's the actual Yoda's? Wow, Yoda's theme is the B-side. That's a $25 start. Darth Vader theme, 7-inch. That's extremely cool. That's now up for bid. Back and forth again on Quiet Riot, 67 now 70. The Blues Brothers soundtrack, $24.99. Piper featuring Billy Squier, Can't Wait, $19.99 for Piper, Can't Wait. Al Stewart, Year of the Cat, MoFi pressing. This is $39.99. It was in shrink wrap. It was kind of cloudy, so we went ahead and took it off, and we kept the stickers and everything. It is $39.99. Original insert too. Nice, near mint. Al Stewart. Focus Live at the Rainbow. I have a feeling Scott Smith is going to buy this. $19.99. Focus Live at the Rainbow. And Live, Hotels, Motels, and Road Shows. $34.99 on that. Jake is at $25 on the Star Wars. Arm Lazelle first on Piper. David C's at $28 on Star Wars. Scott's out on Quiet Riot. And Alan's at $30 on Star Wars. Okay, so Quiet Riot. We may have reached the end of this. Phillips at $70. This is a perfect... Let me see if the label's marked promo. You know, because this label sometimes was marked. It wasn't a white label. I don't think this one is, though. No, I don't know. See, this is one of those, I don't know if there's actual promo label. But I think we've hit the winner for this. Phillips at $70. Final call. Never mind. Jeff McMaster's back in at $75. This is one of those I think we've been bidding on for 25 minutes now. Little River Band, Sleeper Catcher. Nice copy. That is $9.99. They were on the Harvest label, Pink Floyd's first U.S. label. Well, I guess their second U.S. label. Joe Sample, Caramel. Is that what that says? Yeah, Joe Sample. That is $24.99. And we have Weather Report 830. We had one of those out last night. That is $24.99. Weather report 8:30. MF Horn 2, Maynard Ferguson. MF Horn 2, Maynard Ferguson, 1999. MF Horn 2. And we're at Humble Pie Thunderbox, $26.99. Humble Pie Thunderbox, $26.99. So Jeff's back in on Quiet Ride at 75, 31 on Star Wars, 31 on Star Wars. Edward Star Wars, first on Little River Band, 32 on Star Wars. Victor, you were second. Jake is at 35 on Star Wars. And Al Stewart is near mint. This is a near mint MoFi pressing, as you would expect. Super, super nice. Looks unplayed. That is $39.99. The year on the Lionheart record, Hot Tonight, is 1984. It's a gold stamp promo, $19.99. Phyllis back in on Quiet Ride at 77. I have a feeling he's not going to give up on this one. Willie Nelson Stardust, $14.99. Willie Nelson Stardust, $14.99. Edward is in on Al Stewart, Year of the Cat, MoFi. Chick Corea, Touchstone. Chick Corea is $14.99. Touchstone. And we have Midnight Star, Planetary Invasion, $14.99 for that. And Miles of Fun, Miles Davis, $19.99 for Miles of Fun, Miles Davis, $19.99. Manhattan Records. All right, Jeff, you're back on Quiet Right. You can keep bidding or you can say out. High bid on the Yoda's theme, but more importantly, the Imperial March, Darth Vader Japanese 7-inch. That is sold to Alan for $37. Jeff's done on this. Sold. I'm not going to give anybody any more time. Philip is at $77. Philip, I think he's been trying to buy something all week. This is sold to you. Thank you. Welcome. If you haven't already, make sure you message our page. Welcome to CollectCo. This is yours for $77. We will invoice you on Monday. Hopefully you can keep watching tonight and tomorrow night. We're going to have a lot more to sell, especially tonight. Sherry Darnell gets Miles Davis. High bid on Star Wars is $37. Let me go ahead and read through these titles. Actually, I'm just going to grab a whole new crate. I'm going to go back through these later again. So I want to keep going through new stuff. We got a lot to show. And we might actually try to, if we do take a break, may actually try to get that one in a lot sooner tonight than we normally do. So that way I can go through everything. Lionheart is sold to Richard Davis. All right, I'm going to get some new auctions started as soon as I pull up the next crate. Let me see if there's anything in here I meant to auction or was going to auction. Let me see what we have here. We actually had another, we have another Queen with the poster that I know some of y'all will probably be interested in. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, this is more good stuff. More, I see some more MoFi and classic rock titles and even some country and all kinds of stuff in this one. So more new arrivals from the Arkansas collection. Allen's at 40 on Star Wars. Let me grab something out of the OG bin. How about some Judas Priest? Judas Priest Turbo. About a VG Plus cover. This one does have signs of wear, as in shelf wear and handle wear. The vinyl's also about a VG Plus. So we'll call this one overall a VG Plus copy. Judas Priest Turbo has this red Columbia label, which should be the first press of that, 1986. And yeah, VG Plus cover, VG Plus vinyl. Judas Priest Turbo is a $15 start. We'll put that up for auction. Allen's at 40 on the Star Wars. These are all new vintage arrivals. First come, first serve. They're sticker price. We have the best of Chuck Mangione, 2LP, $14.99. The best of Chuck Mangione, the Manhattan Transfer live, $9.99 for Manhattan Transfer. Jazz Gala Concert, $14.99. Nat Adderley, Stan Getz, Gary Mulligan. That is $14.99. Jazz Gala. We have Count Basie and the Mills Brothers, $9.99 for Basie and the Mills Brothers. That is on the Quintessence Jazz Series label. Kenny Rogers' Greatest Hits, MoFi copy, original master recording, $74.99. Kenny Rogers' Greatest Hits, MoFi pressing, $74.99. That is super nice. And we have London and New York, Elton John. This is an Elton John live compilation. $19.99. I don't think I've seen that before. Rocket Man, Crocodile Rock, Benny and Jets, Funeral for a Friend, Honky Cat. That's some good looking stuff. All right, final call on the Star Wars 7-inch. Alan Northcutt's at 40. That's going twice, going 3 times. Bob's at 15 on Judas Priest. And we had 16, 15, 15, 20. Michael Nath, first to the Count Basie. Judas Priest 17. Judas Priest out. High bid on Judas Priest is Randy Scarborough at $20. I'm about to sell the Star Wars. Billy Joel, Songs in the Attic, $14.99 for Billy Joel. And Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Pictures at an Expedition. Nice copy, $19.99 for that. We've also got Rufus, Seal in Red. That is $9.99. And Where or You Are the Music, We're Just the Band, Trapeze. Trapeze is $19.99. Scott Sneed wants the Elton John. Alan Northcutt gets the Star Wars 7-inch for $40. Brent Rabley's at $25 on Judas Priest. That's a VG Plus cover and a VG Plus vinyl. What was the other requested Japanese pressings for tonight? I really can't remember where we was at on request. I've also got a stack of cassettes here I may show sooner than later. Let me do some of the stuff I featured on Facebook first. How about the other Bob Marley? The other Bob Marley. This one's really nice as well. This is, what's this one called? Natty Dread. Nice copy. Hey, Brent Rabley read my mind. I was walking over there to get that. Vicky, we've already sold Elton John. Derek Clark wants Trapeze, and some people want some Rats. Final call on Judas Priest at $25. Bob Marley, Natty Dread. This is going to be a $55 start. This is near mint pristine Japanese vinyl with Obi. Once again, it's like an Obi insert. It kind of slips into the cover here. So the insert and the Obi is kind of a one deal. That's a $55 start. I believe that is one of his original studio albums. Dylan's at $60. Final call on the Judas Priest at $25. Kim Wilde Select, $19.99. And Uriah Heep. This one is $39.99. I think this is a first press Uriah Heep. Red Mercury. It's a top loader. I don't know if they're all like that, actually. Gatefold. That is $39.99, Uriah Heep. Michael is at $62 on that. Tom's at $55. Brent's at $75. All right, so quick announcement. If there's anybody new, we've kind of we're almost at 9:15. If you're watching for the first time, welcome. We've got new vintage arrivals. These are first come, first serve. Buy it now, whatever you want. In the back, we're bidding on auctions. I'm going to sell one right now. High bidder wins. There's no timer. I usually give everybody plenty of time to bid. Judas Priest is at $25 to Brent Rabley. That's sold. We've got new Japanese stuff. I've got an entire crate. I want to sell everything tonight. I would like to sell everything in that crate tonight. I think we can go through it, and then we're going to have more tomorrow. Vintage stuff here from our most recent purchases. If you buy something new for the first time, we'll recognize you're a first-time buyer, and we will give you instructions how to pay. I promise it's very easy. It's very, very easy. Yes, Close to the Edge is $19.99. That's a nice OG copy of that. Very good music. Pat Benatar, 7 the Hard Way, does have some writing on the cover. Nice condition though, $14.99. Dylan is at $77 on Bob Marley, and Mike Mandel, Utopia Parkway, $24.99 for Mike Mandel. We just shared the link to our group. If you are on Facebook, we have a private group where we put stuff on sale. I post pre-orders and special announcements. I'm probably going to do some flip crates tomorrow. Haven't done any this week, but I've got some new vinyl I want to put on sale. If it doesn't make it here tomorrow during the sale, I'll post it in the group. On sale new vinyl. I hadn't done that all week, or any new vintage on sale. So make sure in the group. We just posted the pre-order for the Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon box set and the Live at Wembley that they're putting in the box set. They're releasing that the same street date, March 25th or March 23rd, one of the two, in March. It's a standalone Pink Floyd Live. Very cool. It's a gatefold with insert. That is $39.99, and it's up for pre-order as well. I woke up, and we had a lot of pre-orders on that. So I think a lot of people that don't want to get the $325 box set is just going to get that because they probably already own a copy of Dark Side of the Moon. Me, huge Pink Floyd fan, I'm going for the box set. But that's what I prefer. Very, very cool box set they're coming out with. So all that's available in our group. The word on the new Metallica is due out in April. Metallica's due out in April. They just dropped another song off their new album. We have a purple vinyl indie exclusive up for pre-order. I've ordered 100 copies. I hope I get all 100 of them, and that will be out sometime in April. Bob Marley's at $87. Victor wants PB. That's Pat Benatar. And we have Earth, Wind, and Fire, Pickwick Superstars. This is a compilation, it looks like, $14.99. Earth, Wind, and Fire, $14.99. Richard Pryor's Greatest Hits is $14.99. And Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. This has got the poster and the inserts. Peter Frampton and the Bee Gees and others. Errol Smith, Alice Cooper. That's $24.99. Boz Scaggs, $19.99. My Time. And Chicago is $9.99. Chicago 14? Yeah, Chicago 14, $9.99. Chris Farrar wants Yes, Close to the Edge. Michael Bohannon, we got 2 people at 90 on Bob Marley. Let me grab some more new OG stuff. Bob Marley's up for bid. Let me see what I've got in the OG bin. I've got Rush, John Lennon, that's a Japanese pressing, but it's from Arkansas. Rush, The Beatles, BBC Sessions, Thin Lizzy, Queen, Iron Maiden. Those are represses, though. Kiss, Ozzy, Journey. Let's do this Ozzy EP. This is very unique. Ozzy Live EP. Ozzy Live EP. We have new, it says new Ozzy Osbourne Live EP. This is actually, where was this released at? Canada. Mr. Crowley, You Said It All, and Suicide Solution, previously unreleased. So yeah, this is an EP sampler from when they were promoting Blizzard of Oz, his first solo album. Vinyl is about, let's see here. It's better than VG. Yeah, it's EX. It's actually really nice. So, Ozzy, live EP. Let's do this for a $25 start. $25 start. Ozzy Osbourne live EP. That's a Canadian promo. $25, or it's not actually a promo pressing. No, it's a release promoting his first album. That's a $25 start. Okay, Bob Marley, let's see. Well, before that, we had, okay. Chris Farrar got Yes, Close to the Edge. 90 on Bob Marley. Troy Robinson got Earth, Wind, and Fire. Troy Robinson on Earth, Wind, and Fire. Bob Marley, 95, if I'm not down for Purple Metallica. Make sure you go actually comment on the post. That's how we keep track of it. Make sure you go find that. If you click on our group and you scroll over pinned, make sure you actually comment on the post so you can get in line in the proper order, because we do it in order that way in case we're allocated. Everybody's first who gets one. Can I special order new releases from you? Yes, you can. You just have to send us a message. Victor Boynton wants Chick. He put C, that's Chicago. Victor Boynton was first to Chicago. Carlene on EJ. I'm not for sure what that was, Carlene, but it may have already sold. Brent was at 100 on Bob Marley. Vicky, we've already sold Chicago. Dylan's at 106. Brent's at 108, 110. Brian Clark is at 25 on Ozzy, then 25, then 25. We have, I don't know, this is $74.99. This is a 2003 picture disc of Storm Blast. Oh, I remember this. Okay, so this is Storm Blast. But the guy I bought this from in Bella Vista, Arkansas, he made this cover. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is a homemade cover he made. This was released just as a picture disc. It's Storm Blast. Sorry, I really can't read it. It's a 2003 UK picture disc, but he made this cover. He made this cover for it. This is like a homemade cover. He said, when you get to this, you probably don't know what it is. He said, but the picture disc is from 2003, Storm Blast. That's $74.99. That's all I can really tell you about that, and that's a cover he made for it. I'm actually going to just put this over here because I can't get it back in there. All right, so where are we at on the Bob Marley? Bob Marley's at 110. Brent, let me know if you're in or out, and Ozzy's at 30. Dokken, Under Lock and Key, $39.99. That's a nice U.S. pressing. Chick Corea, La Fiesta, $9.99 on Chick Corea. Dave Brubeck, this is called Take 5. Dave Brubeck, $19.99. NV, It's All Right. Is that what that says? Yeah, NV, It's All Right. This is a gold stamp 12-inch single, $9.99. Jeff Beck, There and Back is $19.99. Software, Marbles, Software is $9.99. And Orphan, Lonely at Night. Orphan is $9.99. The new one, the Buddy Rich Big Band, $19.99. And Thelonious Monk, Piano Solos, $24.99. Has our thing switched back off? No, it hasn't. I was just waiting for somebody to comment. Scott Smith is at 30. Brent's out on Bob Marley. I'm just now seeing that. Final Call, Dylan has that for 110, going twice, going 3 times. Robert Johnson was first to Jeff Beck. Mia was first to Thelonious Monk. Jeff McMaster second. And Robert Johnson first on Buddy Rich. Final call on that. Update on the Aussie. The cover is about VG+. The vinyl is EX. High bid on that is Scott Smith for $30. That's the Ozzy Osbourne live EP. 3 tracks that was released before Blizzard of Oz came out. George Michael, Faith, US version, $34.99. Original inner sleeve and insert, George Michael's $34.99. And Relayer, yes, another cool one, $19.99. Nice copy. Relayer, yes, $19.99. And Mara Lynn Brown, My Way. This is a white label promo, $19.99. Mara Lynn Brown, $19.99 on that. All right, Dylan Weishaupt gets the Bob Marley for $110. Final call on Ozzy. Then we got Jeff McMaster on Yes Relayer. Chad, the Stormblast is Dimmu Borgir. It's Norwegian black metal. Thank you, John. That's what that picture disc was I showed earlier. And then Michael Bohannon was first to George Michael, and Robert Johnson, you were second to Yes. Let me grab our newest auctions. So here's what I got in the Japanese bin. Kiss Destroyer, Kiss Alive, Elton John, The Beatles, Steve Miller, Men at Work, Michael Schenker, Bob Seger, Kansas, Foreigner, Duran Duran, Led Zeppelin, Hard, Asia, John Lennon, Beatles, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Elton John, David Bowie, Fleetwood Mac, Dokken, Rat, Kiss, The Beatles, Rat, Great White, Allman Brothers, another Aerosmith, and Rat. Somebody asked to do Rat, and we'll do something here out of this other bin. We'll do the other Bark at the Moon we had for this week. All right. Scott, you were next on Faith, and Dave said do Destroyer. Okay, I've got one with an Obi and one without. We'll go ahead and do this one with the Obi. So here's our next 3 auctions. We're going to do this next 2. Ozzy, I can go ahead and sell the Scott Williams for $30. We have Kiss Destroyer. Next auction, next Japanese auction, Kiss Destroyer. Let's take a look at it. We'll look at the vinyl first. This is going to be a $65 start. Kiss Destroyer, not a mark on it. $65 start for Kiss Destroyer. There's the near mint vinyl. Here's the cover, very nice. Just a couple minor signs visible. Other than that, really nice jacket, gatefold. Take a look at that. SWS 6268, and it has the insert with it. $65 start on that. Kiss Destroyer. Nice copy. $65 start on that, and we'll go ahead and run the Rat. Same thing. Rat out of the cellar. Japanese press. Vinyl. Super nice. Now, some people's like, are they all that way? No, last night we had some copies that I was calling VG and VG+. Most of them are very, very nice and well taken care of. There's some that you will see that's been kind of mishandled. The only thing wrong or anything bad I can say about this one is there is some foxing. There are some signs of aging there on the I was the high bidder. Yes, Scott Smith got Ozzy, not Scott Williams. Sorry. I think Tanner tagged it correctly. I just said it wrong. They does have some foxing on the Obi. $65 start, though. And, of course, I think y'all know what the U.S. pressings bring. Pretty close to that. That's a nice Japanese pressing. Does have the Obi. Has some foxing insert. The rest of the cover is nice. And we'll do Bark at the Moon next. Dave's in on that at $65, looking for a $65 start on Rat. This is Grover Washington Jr. Grover Washington Jr. Side Star. This is $9.99. Grover Washington Jr. Side Star. We have Richie Blackmore, Volume 2, $44.90. This is a 1991 UK pressing, $44.99. Connoisseur Rock Profile Collection, Richie Blackmore, Volume 2, Rare Sessions and Rainbow contains 1965 solo single, rare tracks, and unreleased live material. 1991 UK, $44.99 for Richie Blackmore. Stevie Nicks, The Wild Heart, $19.99 on Stevie Nicks, The Wild Heart. Nice copy. $19.99. And Basie Big Band, $19.99. Count Basie, the Basie Big Band, $19.99 for that. Manhattan Transfer is $9.99. Imported from Britain, the sticker says. $9.99 on that. Okay, let's see here. Where did I get to? Joe's in on Rat at 65. Final call. 65 on Kiss, 65 on Rat. I'm about to sell both of those at the same time. Jeff McMaster wants the Basie Big Band. That's sold to Jeff McMaster. Chicago Hot Streets, $9.99 for Chicago. Chuck Mangione Love Notes, $9.99. Supertramp Paris. This is a 2LP live Supertramp album, $34.99. It is near mint. We've cleaned it. Original inner sleeves, live Supertramp. Rainbow's End Resurrection Band, $19.99. Rainbow's End Resurrection Band. That is $19.99. And Molly Hatchet, their self-titled first album, it's also $19.99. Very clean copy. 15 seconds left on those last two auctions. George Carlin, Takeoffs and Put-Ons. George Carlin, nice copy, $14.99. And Carlos Santana, Mahavishnu John McLaughlin, that is $19.99. Thank you, Joe, for commenting 3 dots because I thought the feed was broken again. We got a couple things up for sale that normally has a dozen bids. Toby Graham on GC, George Carlin. Brent Rabley, you're second. All right, I'm selling both of these. When's the last time we had a Kiss or a Rat only get single bids? Kiss Destroyers sold to Dave Polek for $65, and Joe Gabriel, you get Rat out of the cellar for $65. Those are sold and sold. Yvette, you were third on George Carlin. James Bragg on Molly Hatchet, that's sold to James Bragg. And Alice Lowry wants the Chuck Mangione Love Notes. That's sold to Alice Lowry. Next auction. We had a copy already this week at Bark at the Moon. This one's pretty much the exact same thing except for one thing. The cover shows a little bit more wear. Vinyl has a couple sleeve scuffs here on side one. Like I said, it's one of these sticker jackets. Anytime I've seen these sticker jackets and the vinyl doesn't have sleeve scuffs, it's rare. Kind of a heavier cardstock. And this is about a VG Plus cover. It's still nice. This has a little bit of shelf wear. Once again, this Ozzy album has not been reissued in the last 10 years on any kind of pressing except for the box set. But as a standalone 180 gram remaster reissue, has not been repressed. Ozzy's a $45 start. Bark at the Moon. US OG, original inner sleeve. EX Plus vinyl, I would call it no check condition. It's EX Plus. The Dr. Detroit soundtrack, $19.99. And Art Garfunkel, Angel Clare, $9.99. Angel Clare, that's a U.S. pressing of that. And we have Earthquake Rocking the World. That's very interesting looking. Earthquake Rocking the World, $9.99. Tom's at $50 on Ozzy. Let me grab our next Japanese pressing. Yeah, Ozzy's OG. Trying to keep like an OG and I'll listen to this last night. I can't believe no one's really asked about it, but I'm going to put it up. This is amazing. We listened to this last night. It is got my stamp of approval. This is the Allman Brothers. It's been a while since I've had one with an Obi. I don't have to show you the vinyl. I can tell you they're both near mint, Japanese pristine pressings, 2LP, super nice. And let me show you the inserts here. You get the Allman Brothers lyric insert. It's very cool, or that's actually like liner notes and track information. Then you get the Japanese insert with the lyrics, and there's a Dwayne Allman memorial booklet that these came with. This album was put out technically after his death. He's on some of the tracks, including the live stuff. There's the lyrics. So the U.S. didn't have this. It has a Dwayne Allman kind of memorial book with it as well. This is a $75 start. The cover's also really nice. Just a couple of small signs of wear showing. Awesome gatefold. Yeah, just a couple of small signs of wear, you know, being shown here and there. The vinyl's nice though. So this is kind of like a hybrid album. There's studio stuff on here, including Blue Sky and Melissa and Ain't Wasting No Time. And then it also has some live stuff. And then it has that one entire side called Mountain Jam, which is just them just jamming. And then it has some live stuff as well. So it has studio, live, and then a couple, pretty much like a jam session on here as well. Very good. And this is a $75 start. We're now at 80. Tom's at 50 on Ozzy. That's going once, going twice. And Jeff McMaster wants Earthquake. Yeah, that's a great Allman Brothers. Probably, like I've said it before in their discography, one of my favorites. Where these come from in Japan, they're ultrasonically clean there. That's something they guarantee. So when we get these things, they're already, that's why they're always so gorgeous. They come in and they're already beautiful. They promise all this stuff. It is really nice. That's why we have boxes of it arrive every day. Madonna is $24.99. Madonna self-titled. $24.99. Madonna self-titled. Iron Eagle soundtrack, original motion picture soundtrack, is $24.99. This has Queen, Dio on it, George Clinton, Helix, John Butcher, King Cobra. It's got a little bit of wear right here. $24.99 on that. Allman Brothers is now at $85. We've got 3 bidders. The Who, Quadrophenia, is $39.99. Scott's in on Ozzy at $58. Like I said, EX Plus vinyl, VG Plus cover. It is a US OG. Of course, I guess they're all OG. I don't think they ever really even repressed that one. Kind of like the tribute album. James Newton, The African Flower, the music of Duke Ellington. That's $9.99. And Pat Benatar, Get Nervous. Pat Benatar is $14.99. Pat Benatar, Get Nervous. And Johnny Winter, The Winter of '88. Johnny Winter, The Winter of '88. $19.99. He's always shirtless. Pat Benatar, Precious Time, $14.99. Pat Benatar, Precious Time is $14.99. And Donna Summer is $9.99. Jeff Beck Flash, $19.99 for Jeff Beck Flash. And James Taylor, Mud Slide Slim. And that is super nice. Near mint minus. $19.99 on that. All right, so Tom Ulanowski, let me know if you're in or out on Ozzy. Scott Williams is at $58. High bid on the Allman Brothers is $90. We got Michael, Preston, Scott, and Brent all bidding on the Allman Brothers. Michael's at $90. I'm going to go ahead and grab our next crate. So what we're going to do, I've only been through these once. I'm going to probably go through everything again during part 2 or later tonight in the show. We will show all these again. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the next bin of new vintage arrivals for tonight, which is some really good stuff. Let me do a quick flip on them. Let's see here. These are all still new arrivals from the Arkansas purchases. The Zappa people, be ready. You might want to go ahead and have it topped out like a lot of y'all already do. There's some people that just have the word Zappa topped into their chat waiting to comment it. All right. Tom's out on Ozzy. 15 seconds left. Scott Williams, you got Ozzy. Scott Williams, you got Ozzy for $58. Going twice, going 3 times. High bid on Allman Brothers is at $102. Ryan, by the way, I've got both of those. Are you okay with $39.99 on Sonic Youth, Ryan? I've got that pulled for you, and I've got the Jeremy Steig pulled off Discogs for you. Just dropped Mountain Jam. There you go. And Brent's at $105. Yeah, let me go ahead and show these first. There's one in here I've got to auction. The first time showing these cassettes, they're going to be $6.99. I've actually cleaned these. They needed a little bit of cleaning. They were pretty dusty. I was going to try to make I'm trying to stay hip, with the trends and make some reels and TikToks. And I did some behind the scenes of me cleaning these cassettes. And then I was trying to make some videos and I ran out of time. I looked down, I was like, man, the train was going by out here in the morning and the buses were already running. I was like, dang, how long have I been working on this? Spent like 2 hours trying to make a 15-second video. Okay, these are $6.99. They're really good titles. These are from the Arkansas purchases. We got Van Halen, OU812. I don't know if y'all have checked the prices on some cassettes lately, but demand is growing along with original CDs. So Van Halen OU812, that is $6.99. The Rolling Stones Hot Rocks, $6.99. Def Leppard Pyromania, some of these were, everything I'm showing right now is $35 plus on vinyl. Def Leppard Pyromania, $6.99. David Bowie Diamond Dogs, $6.99. AC/DC Who Made Who, $6.99. David Gilmour, self-titled, solo album, $6.99. And Dokken Under Lock and Key, $6.99. Those are all $6.99. I think they just all sold. Let's go ahead and tag Ozzy Tanner to Scott Williams for $58. Ozzy sold to Scott Williams for $58. Let me make sure no one else bid. I don't think they did. And then update on the Allman Brothers. We had 102, Brent Rabley 105, Michael Bohannon 108, Brent Rabley 115, Michael out. The Allman Brothers at $115 with Brent Rabley, going once, going twice. Okay, R.M. Lazelle, first of Van Halen. Tanner, these are $6.99. R.M. Lazelle, first of Van Halen. Grant Peltzer, second. Brent Rabley, third. Brent Rabley, first to Hot Rocks, $6.99. R.M. Lazelle, first to Def Leppard. Alan Northcutt, second. Jeff Johnson, third. Ryan Anderson, first to David Bowie. R.M. Lazelle, first to David Gilmour. Grant Peltzer, first to Dokken. Debbie, you were next on David Gilmour, and Stephanie wants AC/DC. Those are all gone. That's the only ones I had ready, too, except for the Guns N' Roses, but it's got to be auctioned. I'll go ahead and put it up, actually. What did I do with it? Yeah, this is, man, I was checking prices on this. This is not cheap. Guns N' Roses, selections from Use Your Illusion 1 and Use Your Illusion 2. Promotion copy not for sale, including Live and Let Die and November Rain and Knocking on Heaven's Door. So this is a promotional sampler for the forthcoming Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 from Guns N' Roses. And it looks like it's unplayed too. Very, very nice. I mean, we don't, I guess we don't know if it's unplayed, but it's in really good condition. How do you tell if a cassette's not been played? Yeah, I don't know if you'll do a quick research. It's hard to find one sold. There's some listed pretty high, like $100. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say it's a $20 start, though. This is a cassette sampler, Guns N' Roses selections from Use Your Illusion and Use Your Illusion 2. Promo, $20 start on that. I feel like I need to put that on eBay, but I feel like we can sell it here. Brent Rabley, you get the Allman Brothers for $115. And let's go ahead and go through the next bin of new vintage arrivals, and I'll go ahead and put up a new auction, which is going to be this 200 gram of Rush 2112. I listened to this too. Whoa, just unbelievable. Just unbelievable. It took me a while to really realize what was going on in the song 2112 until I really paid attention. You know, I saw all these parts and I thought it was just like a, you know, I knew it was a suite of different music, but I was like, man. Then I realized the story and all the adaptations they've done later to it. Just an unbelievable piece of music. This is a near mint, perfect 200 gram, which we just realized they're not doing the 200 gram anymore because the last shipment we got was 180 gram. And there's no really difference to order. Like you just order Rush 2112 and they're going to send you whatever. But I don't think they're doing the 200 gram anymore, as I've said all week. Same thing on this, $65 start, just like the other one. $65 start. Yeah, Fly By Night was awesome. Guns N' Roses, Scott Fish, we got a $25 bid and $25. Scott Fish is at $25. Promotional copy of, yeah, do a quick search on eBay. They're not cheap. $65 start on Rush 2112. We have Most Valuable Players. This is a sampler with the outfield, Nick Mason, Full Force, Lisa. This is a promo sampler, $19.99 from Columbia. The outfield, Say It Isn't So, Your Love, I Don't Need Her. That's a multi-track sampler, $19.99 on that. Stephanie's at $28 on the GNR cassette. Lead singer of Kansas, Carrie Livgren. This is Timeline, $19.99. I've never had this before. Gold stamp promo, $19.99. Joe Walsh, but seriously, folks, also $19.99. Very, very nice copy, Joe Walsh. Life's been good. $19.99. Grant Peltzer wants the outfield sampler. That's sold to Grant Peltzer. Pat Travers Band live. Go for what you know. Pat Travers is $19.99. Greg is at $70 on Rush. Guitars for Kansas. He put lead singer. He meant guitarist. Slip up on John. Yes, guitarist. Let's see here. Jethro Tull, Thick as a Brick, $19.99. Jethro Tull, Thick as a Brick. I should have known that myself, though. I probably would have read that name and been like, he was in some band, but I guess right off the top of my head, I couldn't. Kansas didn't come right to me. Mike Cochran wants that. Sell that to Mike Cochran, the Kansas solo album. 38 Special, Strength in Numbers is $24.99. We do have a bid on Rush at $70, and the Guns N' Roses cassettes at $32. The Tom Tom Club, $9.99. This is the man with the four-way hips. That's a gold stamp promo, $9.99. William Michael on Joe Walsh. Is William Michael a first-time buyer? I don't say that name too often, and I don't recognize the profile pic. William, are you a first-time buyer with us? Let me know if you are. I will give you instructions. Scott's at $35 on Guns N' Roses. Belinda, you were second on Joe Walsh. And John Stevens on the Tom Tom Club single. That's sold to John Stevens. All right, we have 2010 original music from the motion picture, $19.99. 2010 music from the motion picture. Sorry, I couldn't spit that out. Chicago 17. Chicago 17 is $9.99. And Born in the USA, Bruce Springsteen. Gold stamp promo, that tells me this is going to be nice, except for the dog-eared inner sleeve. It is. Born in USA, $19.99. I'm going to put that back in there where that maybe can get creased back out. There we go. That's $19.99. Bruce, the Boss, Ray Stevens, I Have Returned is $9.99. And that is Ray Stevens, I Have Returned. William Michael says he's a first-time buyer. Thank you and welcome, William. Be sure you message our page. You're on Facebook, so you can message our page with your email address and your mailing address. We will invoice you on Monday. Feel free to buy the rest of the night. It's $7 in limited shipping. Unless you're local, unless you want to come to Lebanon and pick them up, we have them right up here on the counter for you. You can walk in and pick up. I'm assuming you're out of state or out of town, and it's $7 in limited shipping. Rydell Martin was first to Bruce Springsteen. Rush is sold to Greg Rogers for $70. Rush is sold for $70. That was a 200-gram remaster. I think I've only got one of those left. High bid on the Guns N' Roses promotional cassette from Use Your Illusion is Scott Fish at $35. If anybody else is done bidding, please let me know. Scott Fish is at $35 on that. Let me grab a new auction, and we got Joe Walsh. There goes the neighborhood. $19.99 for Joe Walsh. What do we got up? A cassette? Let's see what I have left in my OG bin. We do have a U.S. copy of Kiss Alive. One of our last U.S. Well, no, we got multiple other Kiss copies. This is a VG Plus on the vinyl, blue Casablanca label. VG Plus. Let me see if it has the book. This didn't have the book with it, did it, Ed? I think this is the one. No book. This is just the 2 LPs. As you see, whenever we sell a nice copy of Kiss Alive, this is what I'm talking about. This is how most of the covers probably in existence right now looks. It has ringwear, just something very common with these. So obviously a VG cover. No really tears or seam splits. That's a VG just because of the ringwear. The vinyl is VG Plus, Kiss Alive. We'll get that one started for $15. Kiss Alive, $15 start on that. Stephanie's out on the cassette. That means Scott Fish, you have that for $35. Going twice, going 3 times. What do we have here? Xavion, Burning Hot. Asylum, white label promo, $19.99. Xavion. Stone Fury, Burns Like a Star. Stone Fury, Burns Like a Star, $19.99. And Boz Scaggs, Down to Then Left, $19.99. Boz Scaggs, Down to Then Left. That's why when we have copies of Kiss Alive 2 bring $140, it's because they're rare because of their condition. This is how most of them in existence look. VG Plus, VG covers, $15 start on Kiss Alive. Sun Bear is $99.99. Sun Bear. I don't know a lot about them. On the Soul Train label, 1977, $99.99. All right. Scott Fish, you get the Guns N' Roses cassette for $35. Queen. What do we have over here in the Queen? I think it's a 180 gram. It is. I'll put it up for auction right quick, though. It's a hot space because we can't get it right now. It's a 180 gram half-speed master of hot space. It's been opened. It's near mint. But we had one come in the other night, surprisingly, but we wasn't expecting it. Oh, yeah, I got Queen Jazz, too, as well with the poster. Let's go ahead and run this one right quick. Queen Hot Space. All right, no bids on this. I'm going to give somebody a heck of a deal. First come, first serve on Kiss Alive. It's a VG Plus copy. VG on the cover. $15 buy it now. $15 buy it now on Kiss. I know somebody's going to grab that. Vandenberg, Heading for a Storm. $19.99. That's a promo copy. And Van Halen is $49.99. What do we have here? This is got a promo kit with it. Van Halen's $49.99. Yeah, it has a Van Halen promo kit. Interview with David Lee Roth. Image Records. It's got a review chart with it. Compliments of Image. Inner sleeve. It's not marked as a promo, but it looks unplayed. Van Halen, and it has this press kit with it. We'll call it a press inserts. $49.99. Very interesting. It's not marked as a promo. It's not gold stamped either, I don't see, but that's $49.99. Van Halen. Who got Kiss? Jared Koski. All right. Queen, we're looking for a $25 bid on that. I have not put up Great White. No, we got some killer Japanese stuff I hadn't ran yet. Rufus and Shaka Khan is $19.99. And Running Scared is $19.99. Running Scared soundtrack. David says he'll take the Van Halen. $49.99. Foreigner, Agent Provocateur with hype sticker. I want to know what love is. Nice copy. Gold stamp promo. $19.99. David's at $26 on Queen. David's at $26 on Queen. So Jared got the Kiss for $15, Robert second, Vicky third, Justin fourth. If y'all would have bid, you probably would have got it. All right, here's three records I pulled out the auction. I'll do this Queen after the other one sells. I got a nice copy of Mob Rules and the first Journey album. We'll go ahead and do Black Sabbath since we haven't had an OG of this in a while, and it's super nice. This is an OG Mob Rules. Just a couple of light scuffs. It's not keeping it from being check condition. So it's EX Plus. That's a $45 start. Black Sabbath, Mob Rules. This album is in print. They're just out of stock right now. But when that came back in print, it had been a long time since it had been. Preston, let me know if you're in or out on Queen. David's at $26. I'm going to sell that pretty fast. Emmylou Harris is $14.99. The Elephant's Child, $19.99. Narration by Jack Nicholson. Music composed by Bobby McFerrin. $19.99 on that. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Electric Universe. I told you we had a lot of Earth, Wind, and Fire albums we just don't see too often. Electric Universe is $14.99. And Zappa. Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. 3 LP box set, $79.99. $79.99. Boy, look at that guitar. Gibson Les Paul Custom, owned by Frank Zappa. Where's that at right now? $79.99. The Saturday Night Fever soundtrack is $19.99. And Chicago, $16. $9.99. We have not sold Great White yet. Queen is sold to David C. for $20. Oh, that's Black Sabbath. David C. gets Queen for $26. Price on Stone Fury. Scott Smith, Stone Fury was $19.99. Also a gold stamp promo. Joe Gabriel's at $45 on Black Sabbath. Going once, going twice. Brent Hall first on EC. Elephant's Child, I believe. Troy Robinson wants Earth, Wind, and Fire. And final call on Mob Rules. Okay, as requested, we sold one of these the other night. Here's another one. I think we started that one at $55. Same thing for this. This is Queen Jazz. This one, a little damage to the poster, I believe. But this is, I'm just going to show it for the second. This has the naked ladies on it. There's the poster. A little bit of damage on the outside of it. And also here on the gatefold, it looks like the bottom got a little wet. Got a little wet. Original inner sleeve, near mint minus vinyl. So just unfortunate the cover got a little wet. Nice copy though. I forgot what the other one brought the other night. That's a $55 start with a poster. Queen Jazz. Just don't see the poster too often. I think it got hung up on a lot of teenagers' walls until their probably parents ripped it down. Scott Smith said sold on Stone Fury. Vandenberg was $19.99. And Wolves Council, if you don't want it, it looks like Darren wants it. Vandenberg, let's see if it's an actual promo copy. Not a promo label, but it has the strip and the gold stamp. Wolves, if you don't want that for $19.99, it's sold to Darren. Joe Gabriel got Black Sabbath for $45, and let me go ahead and grab that Great White because that's something that's highly sought after. Y'all remember that night we had that rush on Great White albums? I mean, I think we had one we bid on for an hour. I forgot, it was like that first album, first U.S. press promo. So, yeah. Wolves Council said he'll take it. Darren, he just beat you to it asking the price on it. Great White, self-titled, Japanese pressing. Super nice. Near mint, pristine, Japanese copy. Let's do a $45 start on Queen. Well, anybody started at $45? We sold $15. We sold a perfect one the other night, I think, for $76 or $87. This one just has a little bit of water damage to the gatefold and to the poster. It looks like it got wet and the poster got stuck on the inside of it. $45 start. I'm pretty sure we sold Jimmy Ball one for $87 or $78. A perfect one. That one has a little bit of water damage. Other than that, it's nice, and it has the poster. I'm reducing it $10, $45 start. And then Great White is going to be a $65 start. $65 start on Great White. Really nice cover, especially for a black cover. Shows almost no wear, Obi, and it has the insert with it. $65 start on Great White. $65 start on that. All righty. Chicago is $9.99, Alice. $9.99. Deep Purple, last concert in Japan. This is a 1978 German pressing. That is $26.99. Stephanie's in on Great White. Powerhouse, also by Deep Purple, a 1977 Ireland pressing. That is $26.99. Alice is sold on Chicago. We still have Saturday Night Fever. Jade Warrior, Floating World, $19.99 on Jade Warrior. And Jethro Tull, A Passion Play, $19.99. Vicky, you are second to Chicago. Whitesnake, Slide It In. Nice copy. Almost nowhere on the cover. Near mint minus vinyl. Whitesnake is $44.99. Car Wash soundtrack with hype sticker. Contains the hit single Car Wash, $19.99. Gotta Believe in Something. Want to be performed by the Pointer Sisters. I Want to Get Next to You. Nice copy. Nice copy. That is $19.99. Jeff McMaster on Whitesnake. Whitesnake was something I was flirting with putting up for auction, but it is now sold to Jeff McMaster. No bids yet on Queen. I'm about to end it, and then you're going to regret not bidding. Great White. Stephanie has that for $65. Going twice, going 3 times. Let me put it so everybody can see the cover. Great White self-titled, Japanese press, $65 to Stephanie. I need my mute button around here so where when I go to sneeze, I can hit that a lot faster. Let me turn this around. It needs to be on this side anyway. There we go. Yeah, it needs to be right there. All right. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, $29.99. Did I pull Whitesnake? Oh, it hadn't sold yet. Phillips at $70. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This has the bonus single with it, $29.99. Michael Bohannon wants Car Wash. All right, Queen's a $45 buy it now to whoever's first. $45 buy it now to whoever's first. That is Queen. It has the poster. $45 buy it now on that. Does have that little bit of cover damage on the bottom. Troy, you were second to Car Wash. Joni Mitchell, Don Juan's Reckless Daughter. That is $19.99. Randy Newman, Little Criminals. This is also $19.99. Philip is in on Great White at $70. So, Stephanie, you're out on that. And Billy Preston Live, European Tour, $19.99. Do you have Great White twice binge? No, I don't. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we've got I've got one. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and run this. I got another half-speed master here. This is Boz Scaggs, Silk Degrees. The cover on this is kind of dingy. That's the original half-speed master. I'm still going to ship it in this, but it's a little dingy. I think we had one earlier this week when we went ahead and just took it out because the cover is perfect. It's been underneath that plastic forever. But this is a CBS master sound. This is going to sound really good. Boz Scaggs, Silk Degrees, by far his biggest album with the hits, Low Down, Lido Shuffle. So this is a half-speed master. I'll put it up for a $30 start. CBS master sound, $30 start for that. And if you don't want this, I'm probably just going to toss it, but I was just going to let you know it does have that with it. It's been with it for a while. Okay, so $30 start on that. Next was Alice Lowry on the Saturday Night Fever. We're going to pull that for Alice Lowry. Michael Nath on jazz. So he does take the Queen. Somebody finally bought it. Michael Nath gets that for $45, Tanner. Stephanie's out on Great White. That means Philip, you get that for $70. Philip gets Great White for $70. And Boz Scaggs, 30 and 30. Multiple bidders on that. Great album, and that's a CBS half-speed master. Next, Japanese auction. So much more to get to. Part 2, we're going to have a lot of really killer auctions. Let's go ahead and do this copy of Revolver because this is a Beatles essential. A lot of just the standard. So our Beatles bin, we've got an entire crate, probably could fill up 2 of stuff that's priced. But we don't have any. It's like the Beatles and Tony Sheridan and Paul McCartney solo albums. We don't have any copies really laying around of Revolver or Rubber Soul or Sgt. Pepper's. Those always get gone, and even the new pressings. I mean, we have to order them all the time. This is a super nice copy of Revolver, Japanese press. Taxman, Eleanor Rigby. Some say it's hard to pick out, your favorite or say what album, but this one right here, I think is, just amazing. Eleanor Rigby, I'm Only Sleeping, Love You Too, Here, There, Everywhere. Yellow Submarine, She Said, Good Day Sunshine, and Your Bird Can Sing for No One. Dr. Robert, I Want to Tell You, that's a great one by Harrison. Got to Get You Into My Life, and Tomorrow Never Knows. This is a near mint Japanese pressing. I think it's a UK flag series. $55 start on that. People's always asking for OG copies or vintage copies of Revolver. That's the original black inner sleeve that all the Apple Japanese pressings came with. This is the lyric insert. And this is a 50, nice cover too. No aging, no spot. This is actually Apple. This is on the Apple Obi. I forgot about that. $55 start. Yeah, just unbelievable. I mean, you just read the songs on there. Eleanor Rigby. I don't know if y'all have listened to the Beatles mono or the Beatles Revolver. I went through and listened to all those, but there's a part where they're trying to figure out Eleanor Rigby, and there's some conversation with Paul. He pretty much heard that Eleanor Rigby in his head, and he was trying to get it figured out. It's very cool to go in and listen to that. Beatles 65. Boz Scaggs is at 38. John Fogerty, center field, $24.99. We have Moving Pictures, not Rush. This is Days of Innocence. Moving Pictures, $19.99. Moxie or Moxie? I'm going to say Moxie. That sounds better. Under the Lights. That is $14.99. Little Steven, Voice of America. Gold stamp promo of Little Steven, Voice of America. That's $19.99. And Mel Gibson is Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome with hype sticker, gatefold with poster. $29.99. Edward Star Wars is at 38 on the Boz Scaggs. Hobbit on the Beatles is 76. Alan Holdsworth. This is Road Games, gold stamp promo, $9.99. And Steve Martin, Let's Get Small. Who else was bidding on Boz Scaggs? Brent, let me know if you're in out on Boz Scaggs. Never mind, Chris is in at 40. Steve Martin, Let's Get Small was $14.99. Robert Johnson wants the Alan Holdsworth. That's sold to Robert. And high bid on the Beatles is 76. Excuse me. Same thing, Doug. Let me know if you're in or out. Rick Derringer, Good Dirty Fun. Rick Derringer is $19.99. and No Small Affair, original motion picture soundtrack. That is $19.99. Boz Scaggs' Slow Dancer is $19.99. And Buddy Rich, The Roar of 74. What a cool cover. Never seen that one before. Buddy Rich is $24.99. Brian Clark on RD, that's Rick Derringer. We got some autographed Rick Derringer albums up for auction tomorrow night. Dune, David Matthews on the CTI label, $34.99 on Dune, David Matthews, and Lee Oscar, Before the Rain, $29.99. Lee Oscar, Before the Rain. Okay, Beatles 77. Boz Scaggs, Half Speed Master, $42. Ryan Clark got RD. That was Rick Derringer. Robert Johnson on BR. That was Buddy Rich. Brent Rabley, you were second. And Brent Hall is out on the Beatles. And that means Doug Jefferson has it for 77, going once, going twice. The Zappa box set was Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. 3-record set. Zappa, $79.99. Has the original inner sleeves. And it's in really nice condition. $79.99. Chris Farrar is at $45 on Boz Scaggs. Chris is at $45. So the nice copy of Beatles Revolver is to Doug Jefferson for $77. Final call on that. And they're still bidding on Boz Scaggs. These are probably our last two auctions for part one. I'm going to take a break in just a second, and so we can refuel, recharge. Here's the agenda for part two before anybody signs off. I'm going to go back through all the new arrivals from tonight, which is the first couple crates, and then this stuff here. We'll go back through those. I've got some on-sale flip crates. I've got lots of Japanese. We got a lot of stuff to auction. So great auctions. Kiss, they're still rad over there. Docking, more Beatles stuff. I think y'all seen the hot picture. We still got a lot of that left. And then we got more stuff like this to auction from Kansas. I think I've already called some of that off. More Journey, more Kiss, and then more audiophile stuff as well. So Steve Martin was $14.99, Jay. Steve Martin, $14.99. All right, let's go ahead and sell Doug Jefferson the Beatles for $47. I'm going to give Boz Scaggs just a few more moments. I've also got lots of new vinyl in tonight. We'll go back through that stuff one more time as well. Any 80s movie soundtracks. I don't think I have any new ones to show, unless there was some in here. We had that Iron Eagle, and we had a couple others earlier that didn't sell. So, but yeah, that's the agenda for part two. And then, of course, if you're not coming back, I hope you do. But, well, and I don't think did I mention on sale crates? I think we got a $7 crate. Yeah, we got a $7 crate. And we've got a $9.99 crate. Analog Productions. Yes, I got one copy of Leonard Skinner Analog Productions. Chad gave me a big discount. What did I say? The Beatles is at 77. Did I say 7? I'm not for sure. Chris Ferrara. Tanner's like, it doesn't matter what Chad says. I got to watch them and check it anyway. Boz Scaggs is sold to Chris Farrar for $45. I have one copy at $69.99. I'm going to go ahead and stop there. We're going to come back. I meant 77. Excuse me. We got it. I'm going to come back at 10:35 in exactly 30 minutes. In exactly 30 minutes. Somebody just shared a link. Do not click on that. I don't know what that is. It's a bunch of Z's and Y's. We'll block whoever that is. Wow, look at that name. Manos Magarakas. Okay, so yes, we'll be back at 10:35. We're going to stop right there. I'm going to go find me an energy drink. We're going to be selling a lot of records. Half off. I'm going to do one of those half off crates, Ed. Ed's shaking his head like, oh gosh, more stuff to put in alphabetical order.